Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, Lit Lane. I hope I'm finding you well and I don't know, good and well and all of that. Let's see. Good afternoon. I am demetralitALLday of the demetralitALLday channel, otherwise known as Lit Lane. This is an afternoon live for you. Those of you guys who are gonna be joining me on a replay, please remember to like this video. Please remember to leave me a comment. Let me know you came through. And of course, subscribe if you just so happen to find your way here and don't know how you got here. Hit subscribe so you can get here again. I know the streets have been kind of busy today, but hey, time and content waits for no man, right? None at all. Hey, foot soldier. And I really needed to give this content, and I did not want it to go overlooked and not done here on Lit Lane. I am having a problem connecting my thoughts to what I'm doing. I need to get centered because I got thoughts going on in my head and I'm trying to execute them and it's not happening. Let me pace myself. One moment, you guys. Okay, because I think I started running around right, and I had scheduled this, and I think I started running around right before it was supposed to come live, scheduled for. Excuse me. And so I think that kind of threw me off trying to get here on time, but that's okay. Hope everybody having a good afternoon. And I feel a little hot. I got to remember that I'm just still really getting over this. I probably ain't getting over nothing. Probably still got this bug or whatever it was. I just don't have the the horrible symptoms. And I didn't start acting like I ain't sick still. That's probably what's going on. All right. Boom. Hey, Winter. Excuse me. So the name of this live is called Review Jill's Poetry Contest. My thoughts. Jill Comfort Zone had her second annual poetry contest, and this year the theme was "It's a Love Thing," right? And it was beautifully and wonderfully executed. Why you say that, Demetra? I'm glad you asked. It was nothing's perfect, right? Well, some things are perfect, but it's kind of hard to be perfect with a live show. Hey, Ronnie Q. And but Jill literally pulled off a big event. It's a big event because Winter says, yep, that's why you need to just eat and get completely better. Right. I think I'm forgetting that I'm still recovering. And so when I get these moments of woozy feeling, I'll be acting like brand new, like, what's wrong with me? But that's what it is. I'm going to chill until this evening after this review. But Jill, what makes a great to me, I'm all about production, right? I love production. Hey, Lady Stell. Right. I'm going to, because I've been kind of pushing it this morning, right? So I'm gonna chill after this live. But I needed to come get his commentary, right? Hey, Lady T. Jill's production was flawless, right? It might have had its little hiccups, but at the end of the day, the whole production, from the background to the format to the flow to the entertainment to the judges to the chat to the everything to the performers, first and foremost, it was of a high top-notch quality. It just really, really was. And either you're going to be into that type of content or it's not for you. And quite honestly, for the people who's into that, they enjoyed it. You got more than your money's worth because guess what? It was free. Now, I do need to go ahead and go ahead and say I did win. Thank you. I appreciate that. I won. Yay, yay. Right? But it's not about this. The competition was very, very stiff. And everybody brought something to the table, and everybody delivered in a different way, a different form, a different fashion. They had people that wasn't even from the sector involved. Now, of course, with any good challenge, Jill's not beef sector. We might forget that sometimes because Jill is a big supporter of the beef sector, but Jill's comfort zone is not beef sector. She doesn't even do beef sector content. However, no contest, challenge, anytime you got people doing against each other, whatever, competing, it's gonna be without some drama and some drama and theatrics. And so I had to drink some water. And so this contest was absolutely no different. Now, I kind of hate the fact, hey December baby, hey J Dub. I made it, D. What it do, Chad? I write poetry. Well, make sure you join in. Hey December baby, make sure you join in on the next one. I hope that she do something in the spring like she did last year. It's always about learning, getting better, and moving forward. She got a good thing going. Don't stop, right? Now, the drama. The drama came. No, let's look at the poets, okay? We're going to look at the poets. This is a live review. I have permission from Jill's Comfort Zone to do this review and play the content. We're going to do that, right? And we're going to go through the poems because I want them to be really highlighted, and I want to honestly give my opinion and my thoughts, okay? The drama came in, okay, because let me touch on this. The drama came in because of one of the judges. The judge was Just Read My Book. Shout out to Just Read My Book. Y'all know Just Read My Book is been a supporter of Lit Lane. She is the supporter of Jill's Comfort Zone, right? And it was Global Empire, Just Read My Book, and another lady who wasn't even known from the sector, not known to me. Right? So you got two people that's not in the beef sector actually, and then one beef sector content creator who is a judges. So they kind of make it an even playing field as far as I can consider, right? Now, we're going to notice and take note. I think what happened was we're going to see. But when they started judging, the judges were being like so friendly. I was like, dang, as a contestant, right? As a contender, and I was supposed to originally be number 8 to perform. Keep that in mind. We had our places, right? Because Jill is very, very organized. I can respect that. Jill is on top of her game. Period. So I was supposed to be number 8. So imagine as I'm sitting there, and the first few contestants going, and they giving out 10s and 9s, and I'm like, which not saying people didn't deserve them, but I'm talking about they was giving out some high numbers, and I was like, oh my God, is they gonna just give everybody all these high numbers right out of the gate? I was like, okay, and that's just being, hey. All I can do is be honest. Okay. I was like, dang, because one thing about Jill's Comfort Zone, she had the judges actually give their critique, and also had the judges was responsible for giving their score. And all the judges was on camera. It wasn't like they was back scene doing nothing. They was having to stand in what they say. And that's not easy. Y'all see a lot of times in these challenges, a lot of times the judges don't even want to be responsible for picking the winner. Okay? So that in and of itself, that the judges had to be accountable and stand in and publicly say their critique and their score and why, kudos. I appreciated that, right? Oh, you was thinking the same thing, Lady T? I was like, okay, let's try some moderation. And so, Just Read My Book they was calling her the Simon of it all, right? But I think that's because of Just Read My Book's disposition, right? Just Read My Book is very friendly and everything, but at the same time, she a no nonsense type of person. You got to, and I think you, I don't know why anybody expected anything different from Just Read My Book. She gonna be exactly who she is, and she gonna stand on what she say. Does it make it right? Nope. Does it make it wrong? Nope. Can she be wrong? Yep. So let's get into it, because there's no other way but to get into it and show y'all what happened. Okay. Let me show y'all. Oh Lord, I got it on 3 times speed. Hold on.
Hello. Welcome, everyone. I appreciate you guys for being here. All right, so I am going to introduce, if you can go on mute until I bring you each up. So just to make sure that there is not any feedback. Now,
hold on. Where's speed it?
I'm going to continue on. All right, so first up, I have on this stage here is my first judge.
Okay.
Is Just Read My Book. So welcome.
Look how beautiful.
Just tell us a little bit. Contestants, if you can be down in the chat, wait before you come up. That it's not time for you to come up yet. So if you
baby, I was backstage.
Chat, I will let you know when to come to the studio.
Excuse me. Hey, Miss Queenie.
So just read my book. Welcome, hon. Tell us a little bit about you and what are you expecting from the competition tonight?
So let's see what she said she expected.
Well, thank you, Jill, for having me as a judge. I appreciate it. I am honored. I am looking for all of the creativity and as far as anyone's imagination can take them. I want to just listen. I want to see. I want to have an experience. That's what moves me. So that's what I'm looking for. I want everyone to do their best, which I know they will, and don't be nervous. That's it.
Thank you so much. Just read my book.
Okay, so that's Just Read My Book.
There go Mama Global.
That was fair.
Hey, everybody. I am Mama Global. I think a lot of you know me from Global Empire ENT and Global Fire Magazine. We are so excited. We know this is going to be
Hope you've been doing well, Miss Queenie.
We have a lot of talented people out there, and just bring your best. That's all we're waiting for.
Thank you. And we have Simply K Simone. Hey, girl. Hey.
I didn't know her at all.
Hi, everybody. I am Simply K Simone, content creator, also a business owner of a seasoning company, 3 years strong. And I am looking forward to some amazing talent. I know you guys that are creative.
All right.
People, you are passionate.
Boom. So we see the judges. We get an idea who the judges are. Everybody wants us to have a good time. Everybody wants us to do our very best. Everything is so friendly, so beautiful. The background is beautiful. The show came on time. The judges are beautiful and classy and elegant. Let's get this show on the road, right? So we start off with, and there goes Jill. Hold on. And there's Jill. Okay. So we're going to start off with, and this is the intro with the contestants. So enjoy the show. Girl, she did a good job production-wise. Beautiful job. All right. So the first person.
Okay, she dropped down.
I don't know where she was at.
All right. Okay? We're going to get into the show. Okay. We ready.
So the first person that was slated, hey Liz, that was scheduled, hey Sparkle, scheduled to go first, she wasn't in her place. I don't know why. It's not about that. But the show kept moving, no hiccups, boom, boom, boom. The next person go up. Ain't no go look for none of it. Just go to the next person, right? We had 3 months to get ready for this. So yeah. So we moving right along.
The first app we have here is,
let's go.
I don't see her though. I don't see Dove. Oh Lord.
Right. We're gonna get into it.
All right, I'm gonna move on to Swan. Are you ready, Swan? Hi, Swan. Welcome to the stage. Welcome to the stage.
And that's DC Purple Diva. She always participates.
All right, so introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your poet name, and then we'll get into it.
Okay. I am my poet.
Let me say this. I don't be understanding that Jill always give us the little names and stuff like that, which is cute and that's her own thing. But this is like the second time that she didn't gave a name to me, and I know my name, I know my place, but I never know the part where I'm supposed to tell the audience what it means. I can't never get that part right. And I'll be like, God dang it, here I am again this year doing the same shit I did last year. I was like, oh my God, Demetra. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, let's get to the poem. Hold on. I'm gonna get to the poem.
I say.
My. Let's go, DC Purple.
I say.
I say.
Perfection.
All right.
I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready, girl.
The
All
name.
right. Give me one moment, and so I can get
I know,
my
Foot Soldier. I never be ready. I be just overlooking it.
The setup. Sorry.
Child.
No worries.
And then everybody else be prepared and not me. I'll be so embarrassed. Then I try to make up some shit.
All right, go ahead and tell us what the title of your poem. I'm trying to hit mute. And then I'm going to start the clock.
The title of my poem is "It's a Love Thing." It's a love thing. That's right. It's a love thing. From the top of my head to the soles of my feet, this love thing I'm feeling that makes my heart skip a beat. Just the kinky curls on the top of my head are a work of perfection. I said what I said. The melanation from the sun that is my skin, for centuries, those other women envied it, and it made men want to sin. I've been told my features are unattractive because they are on me.
Thank you for the cash app. And thank y'all for the support. Hit the like, please.
It's not the reality. I mean, if they are unattractive, as they say, God made me this way. Why do they pay to make themselves look like me? I say, my nose is not thin, my hips are too wide, my butt is too big, and my thighs are too thick. But every time I turn around, I see some man trying to give me his dick. But they tell me I am the bottom when I know I am the top. They say I am nothing and they don't need me. But without me, the Black woman, all of civilization would cease to be. To you, I am worthless, but I know that's not true. This love thing I'm feeling, it's not even about you. It's about self-love. That's me loving me. So when I say it's a love thing, Black woman, I'm talking to you. Don't let anyone ever tell you that we're not all that and a bag of chips. To tell you the truth, I've always known we are the shit. Because it's a love thing. It's a love thing. Love thing. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to hit it.
All right. Thank you so much for that, DC, the Purple Diva. Stay right with us one moment. Reverend,
and let me also say, it's
never easy to go first. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, and I will bring you up in a moment. So go ahead, and I'm going to sit you up top and go with. Let's see what the judges.
So I'm not going to do. Wait. We're going to just get to. Hold on.
All right, Simply Simone. Simply K Simone's. My bad. You on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Swan, correct? Is it? I want to make sure I had the right name.
Yes.
Swan. Okay. I love the delivery. I love a person that's very passionate and comes off just very assertive and very bold when it comes to their creativity. So for delivery, I did give you an 8. Am I doing a score?
Let me tell y'all, these judges are not doing what they did on here. And then kudos to the judges for standing in it.
I also gave you an 8 because there was no break in between, so there was a continuous flow with it. I love that. Creativity, I gave you a 9, and I also, for originality, I gave you a 9.
Okay, so I heard these scores, right? Let me go. Here go. Just read my book.
Hi. First of all, I love purple. I love purple, and I'm always watching you. I watch your channel. I watch you. I gave you for originality a 10 because it was certainly your own work. You know, it was a nice, it gave a nice feel. And something told me when you started that this wasn't about the love of a man or something else, because I could, the confidence was exuding. So I said, I think she's talking about herself.
Okay,
And
so
you were, and then that extended to being not just yourself, the Black woman indeed. And so I gave you 10 for originality, 9 for creativity. I liked your delivery. I gave you 6. Seems like you kind of stopped in between there, but I don't know if that was a nerve thing or if you were just pacing yourself, but gave you 6. And for your form and flow, a 7.
Now, so that's some good critique pattern things, right? However,
well, my goodness,
okay,
did we start off on a good foot? All right, now, Miss Swan. Originality, we could tell that came from the heart. Creativity, what can we say? You are always creative. Delivery, I'm sorry, originality, I gave you a 10. Creativity, I gave you a 10.
Child, tears was
Delivery,
flying.
I gave you a 9.
Hey, economy.
Form and flow, I gave you a 10. You flowed. It was easy. You could tell that you had been rehearsing it and practicing it until it became you. The delivery, you just missed a beat, you know. So yeah, but outstanding, outstanding work, and we didn't expect anything less.
Okay, so if you look at how they started off,
I saw that I was on mute. I apologize. Thank you so much.
The scores was coming high out the gate, which not saying that DC Diva, she always does wonderful. She's a unique personality and she's an artist, right? An artist by trade. But if you think about like, see, I don't know why I'm doing this review because see, this gonna get me in shit that I ain't been having no problems. But I must say, as we go further with the critiques and everything, and then you go back and look at it, but it's always hindsight is 2020, right? For me, yes, it was original. Yes, it's her own creative thought, and I don't want to critique my fellow poets. I really don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that, you know. But I'm going to say this: some poets, Never mind all that. Never mind all that, because I'm just giving a review. So that. She was absolutely great. I think at this point in time, the show just started, and people just really fresh out the gate, and the scores are like really high, like super high. Not saying that DC's Purple Diva, she got lower scores, but really high scores, right? And I was like, golly, they starting off really high, you know. I was like, ooh. And then let's watch the next one. And I'm not sugarcoating nothing, but the point of my coming to do the review is to really spotlight the poets and then also address the controversy. I want to kind of address the controversy because I saw a post from Jill, and I saw Jill kind of explaining and apologizing for her contest, which I hate that. How can you have something so successful and then have to turn around and apologize for it and feel, not, can't nobody make you feel anything, but get left with a feeling where you can't just be proud of your work and like you did something wrong, right? And I hate that for Jill, because guess what? I was feeling the same damn way after last weekend. It's like, damn, I can't even be proud of what I did. Why I gotta feel like I did something wrong? You know? And so I get it from a different angle, but I get it, right? But at the same time, I get why people get mad if you call it plagiarize. I'll be mad as hell if somebody said I plagiarized something when I know I sat there with my phone and wrote the shit on my damn thing right out my head in the car ride with my honey. That's how I wrote mine. Because it had been anyway. I'm sorry, y'all. Charging to this illness I got going on. I feel so disconnected, like I'm everywhere. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm all over the place. Okay, here go Tracy.
And I forgot what it means.
Right. And Lady
It's
T,
all right. It's all right. You
go,
good.
Tracy.
You good, honey. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So hold on. Let me go ahead and get the timer out.
Tracy get nervous every time she finna do her poem.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Tracy.
My poem is I can't even talk. Sorry, y'all. My poem of today is self-love. I am my own beautiful. No, that's not right. Ugh.
Take your time and breathe, honey. It's okay. We're all friends here. Take your time.
Tracy with the theatrics, baby.
My poem is called self-love. I am my own kind of beautiful. Self-love is the best kind of love.
Okay.
I am enough exactly as I am. If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love anybody else?
Okay.
Self-love is not itself. It's essential. I am in love with the person that I am becoming. I am my own priority.
That's good.
I am beautiful in the progress. That's all.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet.
All right, Tracy. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Hold on. Let me bring. We're going to start with Simply K Simone.
Hello.
Welcome to the Lane Nose in the Cloud. Please hit the like. Thank you for coming through.
It is not easy to be on a stage this big, speaking in front of a lot of different people. So I want to say, first of all, we're so very proud of you. We're so very proud of you bringing your creativity to the platform. And it's okay. Like she said, we're all friends here. For originality, I did give you a 9 because I feel like that was definitely from your heart. Creativity, I would say I gave you a 7. Delivery, we probably could work on it just a little bit more. I gave you a 6. And for form and flow, I also gave you a 6. But I think you did a great job. Like I said, it takes a lot of courage to come up and do an.
Oh, let me let everybody get their score. Hold on. Let me. Oh Lord Jesus. Let me see. See, this is why I didn't want to get his review.
Because I feel like that.
Let me write these scores
down from your heart. Creativity, I would say I gave you a 7. Delivery, we probably could work on it just a little bit more. I gave you a 6. And for form and flow, I also gave you a 6. But I think you did a great job. Like I said, it takes a lot of courage to come up and do an original piece in front of so many different people.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
Podcast.
Simply K Simone. Just read my book.
That's not wrong.
Hey Tracy, how are you? Okay. I think you were nervous. you were nervous, and it showed, but that's okay. I mean, you can tell, and it's all right. This is something that people do. They put them. You put yourself into it for what you always wanted to convey, and it's not easy to come in front of a bunch of people. Excuse me, in front of a bunch of people, and do that. For originality, I gave you a 9. I'm not going to say that I heard that before, but it's very reminiscent of a lot of things that I've heard. But because it does seem that they're mostly, you're the one who arranged the words. So I gave you a 9 for originality.
Now. This is where later on in the contest, because it was a contest, this is where it becomes real tricky, right? Because this is the first time, we mentioned it. Hey, I think I might have heard that before, but I think it's original. I don't think it's too much, but it seems very familiar, right? Right? So, and at that point in time, Tracy still got a 9. right? And this is going to come up, and this is going to be so important later on, as far as why we had the fallout that we had with the drama. Okay, so let's continue.
For creativity, I think you could have tried a little bit harder, but I feel like you did want to give a message, very short and sweet. This is how I feel about me, and you did that. So I gave you 7 for creativity. Delivery, again, it was a little rocky, a little slow, but you still came through, a bit. So I gave you 5 for delivery and 5 for form and flow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for that. Just read my book, Mama Global.
Well, all right now. All right. I love it. I love it. And you know what? You're gonna be nervous. Everyone's nervous. Just like in school, we were all nervous, right? When the teacher called us up. But you got it out. And that's all that matters. So for originality, I did give you an 8. For creativity, I gave you a 7. Delivery, I gave you a 7. And form and flow, a 6, only because you were nervous. We know that next year,
Now,
when you come through again, you're going to be a...
Quite honestly, out of the 3 judges, if you was to ask me, Demetra, what do you think out of the 3 judges, who you think really gave like a more appropriate score for Tracy's poem and Tracy's performance? And please understand, I don't have nothing against nobody, but I have to keep it real and keep it funky. The person who gave a more appropriate to me score would have been Mama Global, right? Because, at this point, this is only the second contestant. So I understand everybody tiptoeing. But you don't know what's coming, right? This is number 2 out of maybe 12, 13 people. You got other people coming, and we setting the standard kind of real high and not leaving much room with the scoring, right? That's what I'm telling y'all, what I'm thinking as a contestant, right? Like, seriously, I'm thinking, like, to me, how you gonna get I'm not even gonna go there. Well, I got to. I'm sorry to anybody I may offend. I do not mean to offend. But that could have been very much, affirmations. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am changing. All beautiful things. All self-love. All given as a poem and doing and boom, 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 boom. But to get a 9 for originality in this space, in this place, it's like, God dang, I'm literally sitting there thinking as a contestant, I'm like, wow, this is finna be a trip. Is everybody finna have damn near perfect scores? I was like, wow, right? And then I guess what happened is the floodgate opened up. What's up, son? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, y'all. And so, and Tracy, I love you down. You know what I'm saying? And you did good, and you was nervous, but when you be realistic about the content and what was given, and as we go through the deal, I can understand why I had some poets that was really upset. How can you have let's continue. Let's just say this. We're going to get to the point, but there's one contestant. She didn't even get a score. Like, the judge literally gave her a 0. Right? And that's a lot. That's a little much. It's very just like offensive. And I would be offended. How can I sit here and deliver all these words and points and boom, 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 and I just saw you give somebody a 9 for a 1 minute poem, right? I know it's not about quantity, or it's about quality, but let's get real, right? Let's continue.
Seasoned pro at this.
Great. How
Great. How are you? How is everybody?
Now this is another
I'm doing
contestant.
great. Thank you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I just had to close the monster closet. Yes,
Oh, let me
ma'am.
say this too. I was also like, God damn, are we supposed to be on camera? Because I am not prepared to be on no goddamn camera. Okay. I was like, damn, everybody coming on camera. Well, I'm not coming on camera. Let's continue.
The monster closet, like that, like that.
Okay, so no, I'm just kidding, y'all. Don't just
okay. First person is outside the sector we don't know.
We didn't into tonight.
It's all good. It's all good. So, Shell, tell us a little bit about yourself. If you got to have a channel in the C or CC or anything, what you do, and your poet name.
We are right here live, Boss Ladies Radio Show, aka DJ D-Ski, aka Miss Fabulous. My poet name is Shell, which is the symbol of resilience and abundance.
Yes, yes. So you ready to rock?
Ready to roll. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
All right. Turn it down just a little bit, because I don't have to duck it, which is good. I've come to terms with the fact that my future might not involve people I'm around now. I get tired of doing this every time I try something new. Sometimes I gotta work a little harder to get what I want, to find what I deserve. Yeah, let's talk about that. This is an excerpt of every single episode of multi-award-winning Boss Ladies radio show dedicated to local musicians and entrepreneurs worldwide. So I say this for every show. I've made mistakes in my life. I've learned from my bad choices. I'll know better next time.
It was at this point I was talking about what the hell is she doing? You know what I'm saying?
Don't mention a person's past mistakes when they're trying to change. That's like throwing rocks at them while they're struggling to climb a mountain. And that is it. It's just 2 minutes and 42 seconds. And then we talk about every single
no,
thing.
Look at the pastor face in the middle with the stripes.
Spreaker.com. Download the Spreaker
Look at Mama Global. She over there laughing.
Ladies Radio Show for musicians. And also search Boss Ladies Show for our worldwide local entrepreneurs. I appreciate everybody.
What the hell is going on around
here? And welcome for our newcomers. And thanks for inviting me on this lovely competition. My poem called Love, Hate. Know what I'm saying? Let's go,
we didn't hear the poem. But I heard about the girl. It was at this moment I was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna be.
Girl, you better.
At this point, I was like, okay, I beat her. Okay, at this moment, I feel like, quite honestly, I feel like, okay, so far in the game, I'm looking good. I'm looking good. I'm steady practicing my poem. It just is what it is. I have to keep my review demetralitALLday. I can't spare no feelings. I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but I can't do nothing but keep it real. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have a good time. Let's get into it. Jill looking like what the hell? Just read my book up there laughing, and the pastor is right here, right? And babe, in the stripes, the pastor who I was looking at, she had been started looking crazy, like, what is going on here? And see how she holding her lips, like, I ain't gonna even say nothing. I'm glad I'm not judging. And Mama Global just literally bust out into a laugh, okay? Let's continue. Oh Lord. I was like, this is interesting, but it's good to have different people, right? Let's see what these scores look like.
Come through with that promotion. She said, I'm here to promote me. That's the possibility. Thank you.
You had to do that.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shell, for that.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
But she
Give me
didn't
1 second.
form, though.
Let me go to our judges.
And so I was listening. I was waiting for the judges. Like, can't nobody give her no 9 or 10.
Simone,
right?
What you got for us, honey?
I just want to say, Shell, for the energy alone is a 10, but I mean, I can't give an energy award. I don't know if anybody else would agree. I loved it, but I didn't get the It's a Love theme. I was waiting for it.
Jill
Originality,
got
absolutely. I gave that a 9. Creativity was, I believe you presented your best self and yourself. So also creativity, I gave a 9. Delivery. I don't know if I was just waiting for something different. I'm sorry. I gave that an 8. And form and flow, I also gave that an 8.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Now we got 8s, right? How in the Sam Helleth of anything can you get 8s and stuff, right? At this moment in time, I was like, oh my God.
Just
right?
I loved
it. That was so tasteful and smooth. And look, I could still hear it in my head. I was rocking my head while I was taking notes.
But that wasn't tasteful. It's very tasteless, and they class A, D class A, child. Okay, but it's very lacking in taste to me to do a whole plug of your show in the middle of the contest and don't deliver the goods. And so at this moment, I'm thinking everybody was being just so overly friendly, and I'm wondering if the cameras was off the judges, off, and you didn't have to be right in front. Like, it's one thing, and it's wonderful to have this transparency and to be accountable and do this, but is it right?
Thank you.
Oh yes. Love the plug, okay? You better get your stuff in there. And it flowed right into it. So you got no form and flee. You got a 10 on there. Right. So with originality,
just read my book, girl.
I gave you a 10 for originality.
Awesome.
And a 10 for creativity. Now the delivery.
What?
I gave you 4 because I didn't hear anything about a love thing. I didn't hear it. So you got 4 in delivery for not really coming through with the theme. But the music made me feel loving. Yeah. Okay. And you got 10 for.
Now, it's no way in the world that lady should have got 3 10s.
Thank you, right? So much. You're so welcome. And I'm going to tune into your show. I like that.
It's no way in the world that lady could have got 10s. I like that. Okay? And awesome. I'm just saying. At that moment in time, I'm sitting there in the audience and I'm like, are you kidding me? Right? I'm like, are you kidding me? This is not a friendly, this is not a beef sector platform. Yes, this is a classy event. Yes, this is an event where everybody gonna behave and everybody gonna be sweet. And I'm gonna use my pinky finger when I drink my tea in the audience and the backstage while I'm waiting. I'm gonna be nice and polite and put my pinky finger up. This is one of them classy events. I wore my skirt to Jill thing, right? But baby, y'all gonna kill me with these tens and these nines and these eights given out so discriminatingly. Okay. Now this woman got tens, and let me tell you, when I got that eight, baby, I damn near died. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. But the reason why I'm remarking on the scores, and not just read my book scores, but just read my book
All right, thank you for that. Just read
the
my book
center of the controversy. Okay?
Mama Global.
Period. There's no way to go around that.
What can we say? What can we say? All right. You can tell that she is a radio DJ. For originality, of course, that was excellent. I gave that a 10.
Oh, Lord.
Creativity, I gave it a 10.
Are you kidding me?
I had to give it a 7 because I really wasn't sure if it was about love or until the very end when you said love. And then form and flow, it flowed. It was a little.
Are you kidding me?
With the in betweens, so I think you could have sped it up just a little bit. So I gave you a 9.
What?
Form and
are you kidding me? I was like, what? They are tripping, right? Awesome. I was like, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that,
Mama Global. All right, so listen.
It looked like that woman just came up there, took something off the top of her head, put on the goddamn music, and then she say she already did that on every show. So therefore, if you do it on every show, it shouldn't have been on them breaks and pauses. You could have waited to the end for the plug. The only thing was the poetry thing was a maybe total of 6. One I don't know if you call it stanza, like it might have had like what 2.5 stanzas. Okay, if I can remember from my English in high school. Okay. I was like, are you kidding me? And then it was the beat, and then the snaps, her finger snapping, wasn't even in the god doggone right places, right? Hey, Connie. And so I was like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even went yet, and y'all giving out these 10s all across this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But this is a contest, and it's so good, right? I'm like, okay. Oh, Lord Jesus. So I'm like, okay, let's go.
I gotta say this. My judges are sweet and they are nice. And
at this point, Jill, I just want to I can't speak for Jill, but Jill, like, y'all full of shit.
It's a love thing. And if it ain't hitting on the thing, then it can't be a part. I don't. The theme plays the big part.
Baby, Jill's eyes couldn't get no bigger, right? Jill looked like, y'all need to be not giving no 10s because she about to get goddamn disqualified, okay? That's what it looked like Jill trying to say, okay? You know how you read between the lines? And so it sounded like to me, like, okay, judges, y'all need to get up off this friendly shit. But see, maybe when she gave that dog whistle to get up off that friendly shit with these scores and stuff like that, which was necessary, right? But okay, it might have been to the extreme. Okay. And at that moment in time, old girl was like 1/2 a centimeter, 1/2 of a millimeter away from getting disqualified. Bloop. But guess what? She didn't get disqualified. Her score was still in the running. And guess what? She had 10s and 9s and 8s and shit. Oh my gosh. Let's continue. And guess what, y'all? I won. So I'm not complaining. I'm just giving my review. I love the show. It was very flawless. But I'm giving my review, and Jill know that's how I'm going to give it. And at this moment, Jill, look at the grimace on Jill's face. Jill is looking like, what?
You missed the thing then.
I guess I misunderstood. Was I supposed to say it in the poem or?
No, it's too late.
Supposed to speak of love. So could you give us an example somewhere in the? Oh, come on.
Judges, how y'all doing?
The distinguished Lady T.
All right, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and your poet name and what's it?
Okay, so Lit Lane, this is the point right now with Lady T. This is where, hey Jim, this is where I sit up in my seat, right? This is where I'm sitting at my desk. You know, I'm listening to people and I'm also still practicing my poem. But this is where, and this might be one of the first contestants where I literally stop multitasking, right? At this moment, when Lady T come up here, and this is seriously, right? It's because I had the same reaction with Lady T, and I'll tell y'all when the ones who I did it to. So Lady T up there. Okay, so let me pay attention. Let me see what Lady T in the brain. Let me get her energy. Boom. I'm all attention. I'm all boom. I'm zoned in. I'm tuned in. You know, because this one of my competition is stiff competition. I already know this, right? So let's see. And plus I wanted to see what she bring. Period. Right? So let's go.
Lady T of the Tea Lounge, where you get your dose of culture, style, and soul. My poet's name is Apple. It is the symbol of temptation and health. And I am hailing from the Big Apple.
Well, she came in crunk.
Okay.
I think, and what I typed in the chat right there, I say Lady T thinks she's slick. That's her way of getting her nervous energy out. That was her way of warming up her instrument. And also, to me, that's what I typed. She just trying to get her anxiety out and get it going. You know, you could tell me if I was right or wrong. Period. I know it. I know you, girl. Let's go. Oh, hold on. Damn, hold on, y'all. Y'all give me a pass for having a little bit of a cold and stuff. Let me get some water, some more water. Reese, what you working on? Reese, what you working on? Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, y'all. I wanted to hear it too. Oh, Lord. All right, let's go.
So, the title of my poem is Talking That Bebop Love.
All right, let's go.
Okay. A long time ago in the 40s, Dizzy and Bird gave us this song. They call it a night in Tunisia, and the melody still lingers on. You hear it, babe? Harlem's humming the night, like my horn kissing the stars, smooth, tight, jazz slipping from the cracks, served thick as thieves, waffles crisp, butter sliding down, made my solo flip. Miles, you always had that silver tongue, talking like you riffing, cutting deep to the bone. Me, I went.
Nah, I am not gonna lie. If you pause it right here, I'm sorry, Lady T, but look at just read my book face. What's up, CEO, little boss lady? I'm gonna rewind it, but I don't know why. Just read my book is looking like that. Where you at? Just read my book. Drop down, girl. Let me see. I'm sorry. Let me let it play. But this shit was funny.
Temptation and health, and I am hailing from the Big Apple. Ooh. Between Jad and cutting deep to the bone.
Hold on.
Lingers on.
Hold on. You hear? I'm sorry, Lady T, but I had to point it out.
Temptation and
all right.
Health.
Let's go.
And I am hailing from the Big Apple. Ooh. Okay, here we go. So, the title of my poem is Talking That Bebop Love.
All right, let's go.
Okay. A long time ago in the 40s, Dizzy and Bird gave us this song. They call it a night in Tunisia, and the melody still lingers on. You hear it, babe? Harlem's humming the night, like my horn kissing the stars, smooth, tight, jazz flipping from the cracks, served thick as thieves, waffles crisp, butter sliding down, made my solo flip. Miles, you always had that silver tongue, talking like you riffing, cutting deep to the bone. Me, I wear Harlem like silk on my skin, cool as the moon, but hot as sin. Every step of prayer, every glance of wind, I move with the city's rhythm, guiding my stride, reciting my lines between jazz notes and Black Power pride. I got it, baby. That's sweet, real sweet. But me, I'm all riff, no pause, no repeat. A bad cat chasing shadows in the haze. You kissed my poison from my lips, set me ablaze. Even when the snow took me far, you kept me rock steady, like the bass in a piano bar. I knew Miles, I knew every crack, every scar, but damn, we was fly. Black love, rising stars, better than a silver screen, realer than the blues. But real life, it got them jagged edges, no easy cues. So keep playing the world's ending, every note, every move. Yeah, we was something, baby. Like bebop breaking free, dangerous, raw, bad, smoother than any melody. You, the beat that held my chaos in line. And me, I was your wild note, always out of time. But here at S'more's Paradise, this was home, where jazz was gospel and the night was our throne. We was a tune, Miles, a sweet, messy rhyme, but love's a melody, and we both played blind. Even when we missed, we hit hard in time. Black love and Technicolor, Harlem, our stage, waffles, jazz, faith, our story's front page. Maybe we skipped a few beats, missed a note or two, but damn, we hit. We lit the whole room. You the queen of Harlem nights, me lost in the groove. And this spot where waffles and jazz make the night smooth, Sicily. We was something with nothing to prove. We was a song, Miles, sharp, sweet, never long. Even when the needle skipped, our love played strong in the smoke and the jazz and every damn breath. Our melody still lingers even after death. Ba-do, da-do, da-do, da, da-do, 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 da, da-do, 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 da, da-do, 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 da, do-da.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Okay, all right. Now,
hold on. At this moment, I'm sitting like, okay, Lady T, this is what she does. This is how she delivers. Yes, get it, go. Yes. Okay, period. It's going to be always a performance. It's going to be always over the top. It's going to be very giving, right? And she'll take you on a trip that you didn't know you was needing to go ahead and get prepared and pack for. So if you don't get prepared and pack for, and then all of a sudden you get taken on this trip, girl, you might get lost, right? Because you may not be ready for everything. You may not be ready for all the picture that she's painting, right? And and then think about what we've seen so far, right? You think about what we've seen so far, and then you get this type of quality and this type of performance and this type of delivery. It looks like she know it by heart, right? And then it's something different, and it's like jazzy, and then it's like a painting the picture, and it's a telling the tale, and it's weaving, and then it's like historical things. It's like a lot of stuff, right? Jill says she does a great job. Yeah, she did a great job. Absolutely. She's going to do a great job. Absolutely. And mind you, it's just like, regardless, you come to expect a certain type of thing. Who's that lady? Hey, ZX. It's like you expect a certain thing and a certain quality and a certain standard of work. And so I was not disappointed. I wasn't disappointed at all. And I was like, damn, I'll be glad. And it gives me something to work and aim for, right? I cannot wait till I can actually be on camera and deliver my poetry straightforward like that, right? I'm not at that point yet, right? So maybe also, I mean, I just have to, but I definitely had been inspired by this time from last year. I was inspired to more so do poetry in the form of a spoken word, which I had never done. All right, December baby, I'm glad you're still hanging in. Hey, Sarah. No, I haven't been, Lady Steph. I think because so far when I did my poetry, it's all been kind of personal. Curry, I knew I seen somebody. Hey, Curry. She does a great job. She is a performer, right? So let's get to these scores, right? And this is the first point of contention. Okay, this is the first point of contention, and I must say that Lady T has been I think Lady T has been the outspoken one about this, right? Lady T has definitely, go check out Lady T channel. And I had to Lady T, let me make you Lady T, you want to be a moderator so you can drop your link? Girl, everybody know your channel up in here. So this is the point of contention, okay? The first point of contention, and Lady T has been very verbal about it, and we're gonna get to that after the critiques. Let's go.
Got your little beatbox and all that going on in there. You and swinging on the sunny day. All right, so we go on mute and let's see what our judges have to say. Simply K, Simone.
Miss Apple. Let me stop yelling.
Okay, Lady T.
Miss Mel, if you could put energy in a bottle, I would buy it. I love it.
Hey Muffy, hey Steph 219.
I gave you a 10 because you are definitely just coming in with your own energy, your own vibe.
Thank y'all for joining the live. Please hit the like.
It was just yummy to me. Okay. Creativity, absolutely a 10 for me because like I said, you started off in almost I thought you was gonna sing a little bit first, but I'm like, okay, now did she go into the poetry? Then you go back into it was just a vibe, and I love that. Delivery, I gave you a 9, and form and flow, I gave you a 9. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Up.
No question about those that score. It was
thank you so much, Simply Kate.
But however, how can you give her a 9
right,
when
just
you gave
read my book?
People 8 and 7, and then
I'm sorry, I thought I was about to
wasn't even comparable.
I'm sorry,
comparable. It wasn't even the same.
Okay, so
oh Lord, come on, just remember
originality. I'm giving it 7 because I hear a lot of lines out of a lot of songs. They were just kind of put together and weaved into one another. But the way that you did it did bring out the creativity. So I gave you 7 for originality, the 5 for creativity for the way that you did put it together. Now your delivery, I gave you a 7 because it was coming across. I could hear, young Harlem coming, that eyes wide, bright, but so I could hear that part. So 7 for delivery. I gave you a 9 for form and flow because you just made it roll. It just rolled. And I got to be honest with you, I didn't understand a daggone thing you were saying. It was like, it wasn't cohesive to me, but because it was rhythmic, I gave you a 9 for the form and flow because it went. It just traveled. It just went. It took you where even if you couldn't understand it, you're like, yeah.
Just like she made herself busy.
It had a flow. So there you have it. So 7 for originality, 5 for creativity.
What?
7 for delivery and 9 for form and flow.
Thank you. My son was talking to me, so I missed that 5. Okay, so not Jill, just read my book. All right, when you check out this replay at this, and I haven't heard what Just Read My Book had to say about this, and I'm not here to critique Just Read My Book because she's gonna be her and she have a right to her scores and everything. But when you compare her giving Lady T in that performance a 7 and a 5, when Tracy got stuff like a 9, a 7, and 5s, it's like no. How can they be on the same scale? And Tracy, this is not to put you down, right? At all. 0%. 0%. Because I'm pretty sure Tracy know already that, Tracy's honest. She knows she did a different type of poem and her nervousness and everything. So how in the world could Lady T get a 7 and a 5? Well, to this point, it's like literally putting her poem and putting her scores on the same level with somebody who delivered a poem that was one stanza broken up and delivered broken, right? And her score is really literally of the same caliber. It doesn't come up. It don't make sense. How can you put her score lower than the lady who came out and didn't even have no poem prepared, a lady who came out and snapped her fingers off beat, a lady who came out and only did a promo, right? So how can you, at that moment, I was like, huh? But I never ever sensed no bias between Just Read My Book and Lady T. I see them being in the same place all the time, especially Lit Lane, but at that moment, I kind of didn't know what was happening. And mind you, I don't know why people always say because people drinking or what have you, but that hasn't come up yet. I never once seen Just Read My Book drinking on here. I know she drank wine, but that don't mean she was drunk. I just don't understand where she was coming from. And if she want me to drop the link, if she want to talk about it, we can at the end. But when you compare it, right? This is a review overall critiques of the whole show. When you compare it to the performance we had just seen, and we've seen the Go Before Team, and then let's talk about the plagiarism thing, right? At this point, she's like, well, I think I've heard of different pieces from different songs. I think when you say that maybe you have to be willing to give references, right? So, I don't know. It just seemed really tough on T and kind of not fair. And I thought that as a contender, right? As a contender who haven't went yet, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? Just Read My Book explains some reasons on PCGs. I'm going to have to go check that out. Right, that's why me and Just Read My Book get along so well, because her personality is abrasive and stern. So to me, I get it, right? Because I come across as rude when I talk. Like that's why me and Just Read My Book, she's one of my staunchest subscribers and supporters, right? I'm forever appreciative of Just Read My Book, period. So, and I was kind of like when people at first, I was like, damn, and I'm still of the mind frame that, hey, when you get to judges, they judge how they want to judge, and you give whatever it get, and you can't make she have a right to her opinion and her scores, as long as she stand on it, and she stand in it. She stand in it, but it just was in when you literally go back, and I would be curious to find out from Just Read My Book. Just Read My Book. If you see this, my curiosity would go like this on replay. Watching the first, hey Sean P, watching the first contestants and listening to your scores, and then now, do you think it was consistent and fair? That's what would be my question. That would be my question.
For that. Just Read My Book and Mama Global.
Baby.
No, she wasn't rude. But anytime you're assertive, people take it as rude.
He thought I meant him. baby.
A black woman. Anytime you be in assertive and stand on business, they think
in a chair. Like this is what I do. What you want? I'm gonna give it to you. Okay, here it is. Ooh, okay now. Originality, I gave you a 10. Creativity, of course, I had to give you a 10 on that one, baby. Delivery, I also gave you a 9. Just a few little hiccups. And form and flow, I gave you a 9 because of the hiccups. But overall, it was outstanding.
Okay.
Outstanding.
So now that the scores are in place, like they're out there, I would just say that was dedicated to Cicely Tyson and Miles Davis, where they met at Small's Paradise in Harlem, where they probably enjoyed many a nights listening to his song Night in Tunisia, which is why I used the Night in Tunisia, the Chaka Khan, when she added the lyrics to it. And I just wanted to say, just my love for Harlem, because if y'all don't know, then now you know.
Hey, still Shady 405.
All righty.
And thank y'all for joining. So much.
I'll have a beautiful night, and so will
now,
you all.
Oh, Lord. Peace. Oh, no, y'all can still see it.
Jill, did you need me?
Thank you, T. No, that is.
So T addresses it, right? But okay, at this moment in time, I don't know nothing. demetralitALLday. I don't know a goddamn thing about no night, no goddamn Tunisia. Okay, not being funny, but I'm just telling y'all, I don't know nothing about no light in Tunisia. Okay, I don't know it's no song. I don't know if it's a perfume. I don't know. So therefore, for the untrained ear, right? I didn't even recognize the references. I didn't recognize the references, but it's something to be said about different cadences and flows. Let's go now back to DC Divas, right? Did I say, hey, pretty chocolate girl? Purple Diva. It's some things that's recognizable, but like from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. Right? That's a that's a familiar turn of words. It brings about a remembrance of something. It brings about familiarity. And so at that moment, it may trick the mind like, okay, this is not original. We heard it before, right? And so that may be problematic, right? And then there's certain things about how we give our cadences and things that may seem similar, but it don't mean it's not original. But at the same time, you may want to steer clear of those things, right? Yeah, I don't know. The song I sang, not doing my poem. Right. Oh, see, I didn't even know it was no song. Shit, I didn't even know. So I didn't get it. I mean, not that I had to get it. I just thought it was all a poem. Okay. But seeing how, okay, let's be played. Let me, okay. Seeing how now I know it is an actual song. You actually sung part of the song, but you gave your poem. That don't make it unoriginal. And that don't make it plagiarized, even though she did not say plagiarized on Lady T's. Okay? She did not say that. But she say different parts of a song. But I don't think that counts as not being original. I think that counts as creativity if you weave it in. But you can't, I don't think you should overuse it. That type of that's anyway, and I don't think it was. I didn't recognize it. Okay, I'm not no damn literature person. I ain't no literature expert. I don't know. I didn't recognize the song. I recognized Lady T's style. I recognized Lady T's delivery, and that's what it was. And it was an amazing poem, and it's always gonna be highly performed. Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know nothing about the song, so I can't talk about it. Shit. I mean, hell, I don't even know the song. So, hey, let's continue.
So, thank you so much.
And at this moment, the contest has stepped up, okay? My review at this moment, right. I'm a contender. I haven't went yet. The competition just got real.
What was that, number 4?
Yes, that was number 4.
Yes, that was 4.
Okay, that was 4.
The
Okay,
Dane
because
was
I don't know where
the
I thought
song
the
was
other
setting
one
the
was
mood
coming
for
up, but I
the
guess
song was setting the
not.
mood for the poem.
So, do you
Okay.
want to deliberate with this, or
That Harlemness,
move
that
and
Harlem
me
feeling.
pick another one?
Well, pick another one. I thought we were doing 5 at a time.
Okay, so we can go past.
We were, but you missed.
What's the word?
Okay, we can go past the song. Here go yours truly, child. Oh no. Oh yeah. Shadoobity-weedy. Well, all right. Here go me. Little old me. Child, I never know.
I do have a symbolistic thought about what a heart stands for.
Child,
I think
me
the
not doing my
heart
homework.
and love is you.
I just made up some whole shit about what a heart stand for I swore up and down. And after I went and I wasn't prepared when she asked me what everybody knew what their symbol was, I promise I looked at the email 1,000 times, even before my turn. Because how many people now? It was several people. So of course I had the common sense to go back to the email so I could try to figure out what the hell they mean about where the symbol part at. Right? And I didn't see it. And I didn't see it until Jill did her review. And I looked again one last time and boom. Clear as day and as simplistic as possible. Heart is the symbol of love. That's all I was supposed to say. My name is Demetri. My name is Heart, and it symbolizes love. That's all I was supposed to say. That's it. That's all. Period. Listen to what the hell I came up with.
Yes, because all the blood go through it, and it's such a vital part. Just like love is very vital in all our lives. You got to have a heartbeat to start life, and you got to have love. You know, you got to have love in this life.
This is what I came up with.
I don't know what you wrote, but that's what I came up with.
Jill wrote, the heart is a symbol of love. Baby, I started talking about the heart is a vital organ. All the blood go through it. It's an important part of life. Girl, without the heart, you can't have love. Without your heart, you girl. Child, when doing too much goes wrong. Let's continue.
My bad. I always mess up the symbol.
Oh, no, you're good. I mean, listen. We doing it. We doing it. Okay. All right. So what's the title of your poem?
A certain special kind of love.
Oh, special. All right. Now you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
People have a lot to say about love. They talk about it like it's the easiest thing. Some just lying around waiting to be picked up. Well, I never found love to be so easy. I started looking for it as a young girl. Didn't find it. Making A's didn't do it. Saying yes, ma'am, being quiet and behaving didn't work. I couldn't find it. Love. I kept looking for it though. Had plenty of boyfriends. Lots of you so pretties. I did some putting out, a little holding back. Neither worked. Didn't find it. Love. I kept looking for it. Seemed like I found it plenty of times. At the bottom of the bottle, mixing a little Mary Jane, and I would feel like everybody loved me. But still, I knew this wasn't the love I was looking for. I hadn't found it. Love. Then I had the greatest idea, the surefire answer to finding love. I created a mini-me she would be all mine. Created a couple of more. Who knew children wouldn't love machines? They love me, I love them, but still, I hadn't found it. A certain type of love. Almost gave up looking for it, love. I couldn't drink it to feel it. I couldn't sex it and find it. Realized my children needed me to give it to them, not just expect it from them. I couldn't find it. Love. Then it happened. It wasn't as easy as people had said, and it surely wasn't just laying around. I had to stop looking for it in other people to find it. I had to stop drinking, had to quit smoking, had to start to actually feel again. I had to dig real deep to find it. I had to let go of everything and slowly begin to build self again. I poured in self-esteem. I added a dash of self-worth. I had to love my children unselfishly. I began to look inward for approval. And I found it. Love. That certain kind of special love. Self-love. That's
it. Now, listening to me back, my critique is I wish I could, that's my nervousness making me go so fast, kind of, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how it felt. And that's how I practiced it. Because that's how I wrote it, right? Because that's just it, and then a lot of people did poetry about self-love, right? Because I think that's so important to evolve from self-love, because that's where all the other love come, right? So when I was writing my poem, let me say this. From the very beginning, from the very moment that Jill said and announced what the theme was going to be, I envisioned my poem, right? So I have this weird tendency to never put nothing down on paper, right? Hey, Tracy. Hey, Simply Silver. I never put nothing down on paper. I'm not sitting and rewriting. But in my mind, I'm steady writing. And I'm steady working on my poem forever in my brain, right? And I knew from the very moment when she said the thing was love, it's a love thing. My first instinct was where I had not found love, what proved to not be love to me. Literally, that's from the very beginning. I can remember sitting in Jill chat when she was announcing it. And the very first thing was, how I couldn't see it, couldn't taste, I couldn't, even though I didn't use those in that poem, but those things have been formulating in my mind from the very beginning, right? And so when it comes down to it at the last minute, then I get to writing shit down, right, out of my brain and making it have a flow and stuff, right? So that's, I was happy with my poem, and this was my winning poem. I'm proud of my poem. My favorite lines was my favorite lines, I think, was I put out some, held back a little, neither of them worked. I thought that was cute, like a little play on words. And then I thought, anywho, let's continue.
My. All right. That was deep. That was good. Woo. Let me hear from the judges.
It is an entire vibe, and I want her to be encouraged, not discouraged. Period.
What is it doing?
Be encouraged, not discouraged. I think, it wouldn't have been the
all right, just read my book.
If it wasn't for the, I'm an artist, just about my things.
That was quite honest and revealing. So off the rip, that's a 10 for originality. It's original. And we know it. A lot of us have been with her on this journey. So we know that it's original. And yes, it's creative. And the thing is, the best creativity is just being you. That's what makes you you. And she was being herself. So she's got 10 for originality, 10 for creativity. I'm sorry,
I was like, Sugarfoot.
Delivery. The only person who can deliver a message from Demetra is Demetra. So she gave herself a delivery. And for delivery, I'm giving a 10. For form and flow, I'm giving it an 8.
I say an
8. Because it wasn't, I'm not going to say it wasn't poetic, but it didn't have, it wasn't rhythmic or anything, but it was like somebody sitting down and telling you what they did. Well, okay, this is what happened to me. This is how, people always are telling me about this love, and I was looking for it this way, that way, and through all this. It's like somebody having a conversation with you. Well, no, someone speaking while you're listening, and you really get it. So, yeah. So I'm giving you an 8 for form and flow. I like the way that it was delivered. That's why you got 10 in delivery. So you got 10 for originality, 10 for creativity.
Now, let me tell y'all, right? I literally said I'm gonna just keep it real. Y'all should see my face behind the camera, the avatar, right? I was like an 8. Not that I think I'm supposed to get all 10s at all, right? But I was like an 8. What? I was like, oh Lord. Mind you, I didn't heard people get damn near perfect scores, right? And I'm like, okay. But I was also like, well, now I can hear that I was really kind of going real fast, you know what I'm saying? And I know I could have had you know what I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say it like this. The takeaway, what I'm gonna do next time, because I'm gonna continue joining. I love it. This is one of my favorite this is maybe my favorite one, right? Halloween in this one. But hey, Uppity, I know that I'm going forward, I need to breathe and take my time and don't rush it. Like I literally do try to rush and get through it, right? Because that's my nerves, you know? So, you know, that's fair scores. But mind you, if I'm tripping about an 8, can you imagine getting a 7, getting a 5? Oh my God. I can only imagine. I can't even imagine how T Lounge felt. You know, I would have probably already even though I promise, as much as I love Jill, respect Jill, and that's honest words, right? That happened naturally over time. It would have took all my being and everything in me, I swear, only because it's Jill would be the only reason. Had I gotten some 5s or a 7 or some shit like that, that I didn't go live on top of Jill's stuff and just go off. And I'm talking in hindsight, I'm talking now because it didn't happen. And I'm saying what I would do, what I would have done, right? But I don't know how I would have reacted. I ain't that grown yet. You know, I'm sober and I do better. But my feelings probably would have been so goddamn hurt if I would have got some 5s or a 0 or something. Girl, I probably would have went live on top of Jill. Much as I cut for her, but I would be like, fuck all that. To be honest. Let's continue.
10 for delivery, and 8 for form and flow.
When you sit and you work on your craft and you work on your thing, and somebody just do, oh my God, that's got to be the hardest thing in the world. I was hurt by that 8.
Thank you for that. Just read my book, Mama Global.
Wow. That was,
but I shouldn't have been.
You ever hear something and it just touches your soul? It's sort of like you just took us on a journey of your life, and pieces of that journey could actually have happened to all of us at one time. It was so effortless, so smooth. That's a perfect score across the board. That's it. 10, 10, 10, 10.
Now that's
if I could give you a 20, I would on each one. Outstanding.
I'm humble. Thank you.
Outstanding. Yeah.
So that was my performance.
Thank you for that, Mama Global.
Thank you very much.
You
deserve it, Jill.
How you doing, Miss Hart? I feel like that whoever chose you to have that word as your name did an amazing job. The one thing I love about creativity and poetry is storytelling. And you told your story to us in your way, your creative way, with heart. And for that reason, I gave it 10 across the board. It was a continuous flow of us telling you, you telling us about you. And that's exactly what poetry is. It's just whatever flows from your heart. And if it captivates the audience, and you captivated me. So I gave you 10 across the board, Mama.
Thank you. I'm very humble. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very humble. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. That was great. That was great. All right. Stick around, Demetria. We will.
Now, okay. So T Lounge, when T Lounge went live, T Lounge say, well, you know, from Demetria, Jill Scott Garin, I see them saying up in here, and then something about Rick James. So when T Lounge asked me about that in her live, I was like, what? I don't even know who that poet is, but I know Rick James. But what song from Rick James? And at that moment, I was feeling sensitive, like, oh my God, I don't use no references from nobody's stuff. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be. At that moment, I knew it was gonna be like, oh Lord, I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be some fallout from this. And at that moment, I wanted to just go under a rock somewhere, right? I was like, golly, I got this fallout from the Halloween contest. And then now this contest, I won this contest. And really, by the time, no, I'm telling you how I felt though, right? By the time, let me put your comment up here. T says, no, that's not what you meant. And I know that I understand that, right? And I understand, like, I really try to be considerate of other people's feelings, right? So I know I can only imagine and I can empathize with you because I know that you didn't deserve the scores you got. I know Indigo didn't deserve what happened with her. We're going to get there, right? But in the midst of all that controversy, it literally, I could not, well, I'm the only one who can control how I feel, right? And so, and this is where I can kind of relate a little bit to Jill, right? It's like, dang, I have a great performance. I do well. I win. And I can't really even just stand in it and shine in it. I can, but it was kind of made hard for me to do that because of the controversy around the deal, right? And so I was like, dang. And so and that's when I was like, dang, I think I end up getting sick and shit because I started having like incorporating negativity and it just started internalizing it. And I ended up getting sick that night.
Hard.
Okay.
Stick around. We will be back shortly. Now that the judges are about to go and do their
but it was
thing
so much
back there
like
for
with
the
the Halloween and then this one and then the whole
other
it was like a lot.
Judges, please. The other judges, please come up to the panel. And I'm sorry, I left you sitting there, huh? Simply.
So let's get to
the. So while they calculate those, because they doing their
so
thing
Jill had a whole
there. Sorry, y'all. Don't come up yet.
Show with live music. That music right now is actually being played live, right? It's not like recorded or anything. We got a live band. We got it going on. They deliberating and doing the scores. Yes. It can halfway be done. So it won't be such a pause.
So if you could go back to the chat, I appreciate sure why.
TV. I am a chef and I share love through food. And I share love
this lady right
share
here.
my experiences,
okay,
what I've learned through my experiences.
I loved her accent.
And if I can be honest, before I start my poem, I have experienced a lot of toxic relationships.
New people that we didn't even know.
And through these toxic relationships, I've learned my own toxic ways through God. And I've had to navigate through these relationships in order to find self-love.
Baby. Oh my gosh. Just read my book is letting us have it with the facial expressions. I think at that moment, just read my book is like, girl, you're doing too much explaining. I would love for just read my book to be here right now so she could tell me why she was making these faces right here. Okay. But I think she's saying, can you just get to the poem? I don't know. But the faces is giving me life.
My poet name is Key.
Let me check on
it. Embodies access and truth. And it's a reminder that we hold the power to unlock what is meant for us. My journey in relationships has taught me the profound lesson of self-worth. You have to discern yourself first before you can discern others. And my poem will embody that as well. The name of my poem is Whose Heart Is It Anyway?
All right. Well, give me one moment. Let me get the clock started and let's go.
I've played every role in the book just to keep this relationship above water, but I can't breathe. I keep sinking lower, deeper into the water that's meant to purify me, yet I run desert dry. The grind stays alive and I don't even know how I'm holding on. Thought of every way possible to please you. Give you all that your mind, body, and soul desires. I place my feelings in a box and say, I'll get back to you later. My emotions and feelings sealed away like a bank's money in a safe. Yet I'm here drained, empty, with no escape. Too busy scraping my knees on floors, chasing after every crumb you leave behind for me because I'm starving. Then when the pressure is too much, the pipes burst and I let my feelings out rash and raw, begging you to validate me. You won't tell me. You won't talk to me. Communication seems to flow one way, and just when I think I'm about to make my point, I hear the dial tone. Again, I'm invisible. Invisible and unheard. But blind souls can't see the queen in me. And I knew from the very first date the signs were there. But I ignored my intuition, and with that came just me wishing and hoping you nurtured the little girl in me. The little girl in me begging to be loved. See, my father forgot to raise me to be strong and confident in the presence of men like you. So I repeat a cycle that was left just waiting there for me to press the replay button with no escape. I let this relationship run its course, and now the world is asking, what's a VHS tape? I'm tired. I only have one heart. And silly me, I let you hold it till the muscles wore out. Darkness finds me, and there in my despair is where I realize sometimes change comes as quick as you could switch on a light. Sometimes you have to sit back and see what colors the walls gonna change till you realize the whole time you're there waiting, you could be painting your life over all the lies, deceit, betrayal, every nasty word you ever uttered to me is now the workings of a beautiful masterpiece. Self-love. Now that's where I want to be. They call that the circle of life. What goes up must come down. Then God finds a way to bring it back around. And now here standing in my truth, I did need you. Not forever, no. But for a moment in time where the struggle of a woman is what ultimately makes her inner love shine.
My.
Now that poem,
Ooh, great job,
right? To be honest, to be perfectly honest, her poem, you know, had I had to vote myself, I would have put her poem before my poem, right? And I quite honestly, when the votes came in, she was second, I was first. I didn't even think I placed. And then by this time, you know, I'm just like the queen of not paying attention to a lot of stuff sometimes, because I thought it was a first, second, and third place, and Child Jill had a first and second place. So at this moment in time, I thought when Jay said she was second place, I thought I hadn't even placed, right? And I was like, because this is my review and I was in it, so I'm telling y'all what I'm thinking as it's going on, right? I'm like, God damn, I'm not even finna place. Her poem absolutely took my breath away, and I think it's because of her throatiness and her voice. The quality and tone of her voice is just like so appealing, right? And then it's the words she used. I can't think about what. It's something she says about the heart, about it being like a muscle or something like that. The heart is a muscle or something. But that line, I loved it. It touched me, right? Let me see. I gotta see it. Huh.
Just when I think I'm about to make my point, I hear the dial tone. Again, I'm invisible and unheard. But blind souls can't see the queen in me. And I knew from the very first date the signs were there. But I ignored my intuition, and with that came just me wishing and hoping you nurtured the little girl in me. The little girl in me begging to be loved. See, my father forgot to raise me to be strong and confident in the presence of men like you. So I repeat a cycle that was left just waiting there for me to press the replay button with no escape. I let this relationship run its course, and now the world is asking, what's a VHS tape? I'm tired. I only have one heart. And silly me, I let you hold it till the muscles wore out.
I like that part right there, right? I like that part right there. I only have one heart and still in me. I let you hold it till the muscles run out, wore out. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, that just hit me, right? And I didn't heard it. I heard it live, and then I heard it again when Jill did her review, and then now with me playing it again, that same line each and every time for Demetra, it just kind of impacts me in some type of way. I don't know what resonates to me. Like, I don't know, you know. But yeah. So let's get to our scores.
Painting your life over
35. But I can't.
Back around. And now here standing in my truth, I did need you. Not forever, no. But for a moment in time where the struggle of a
Okay,
woman
Candy.
is what
I hope
ultimately
you got
makes
somebody driving
her
you
inner
home,
love
child.
shine.
So we're gonna get to the scores here.
My. Woo, child.
Woo, child.
Woo, great job, Annie. Let's go to the judges.
Yes.
That was a lot.
Lord. My God. All right. Simply K Simone. What you got for me? What you got?
Ooh.
And I never
First
ever
of all,
do
I
that,
just
Lady
wanna
T.
say
I get
thank
stuck
you
on one
for
delivery and that's it.
unveiling your heart
I'm gonna
and
try that next
unveiling your
time.
emotions. I think nobody can speak our truth better than us, and you spoke yours. Form and flow, I wish I could give you a 35, but I can't. I can only give you a 10. Delivery, I gave you a 10. Creativity, it's you. It's your heart, it's your emotions, it's your past, it's your story. I gave you a 10. Originality, I gave you a 10.
Thank you very much. I'm very humble. Thank you so much.
She copied off of me.
Thank you, Simply K Simone.
She
Mama
copied
Glow. Mama Global. What you got? What you got, honey?
Okay,
Cute story.
Kanger.
In college, um, I majored in literature, and my instructor told me, "No one believes your stories." And I said, "Why?" They said, "Because," he said, "because it's not you, it's someone else." He said, "Once you start writing from your heart, from your experiences, then it's going to flow so very easy, and it will be more believable. You are very believable, and we thank you. We thank you for being transparent. I know that may be kind of hard at times, but it's a beautiful thing. I gave you 10 across the board as well."
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I do not want to be in y'all's seat. This is a lot. Just read my book. What you got for me, hon?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Hey, one up. I'm gonna do one in 2025. I did them before. Remember, I did the Usher challenge, and I did something else.
And
that was well supported.
Unfortunately, that's a lot of women's stories. The best part about it is that you find your way out. Nobody helped. Nobody found it out for you. You found your way out.
It's been a long time. One up.
I congratulate you on telling that and using what you have and using the same thing and not letting yourself be a victim anymore, but taking the very same words that that brought you to the point of saying these things out loud is actually something that's freeing you and can free other people too. Once it actually comes out of your own mouth, that's when it starts to mean something.
Amen.
Yeah. So I'll give you 8 on originality and creativity and delivery and your form and flow.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Baby. Jill, I don't know if you read in the comments. I say there go Jill on me.
Oh, good.
You gotta make sure every
thank
time
you, judges, for
the
critiques on that one. Annie B, good job. Good luck all of the contestants. Great job y'all are doing tonight. All right, we're gonna move on to the next.
I don't think so.
Thank you so much. Hang around, Annie B.
Will do.
I'm a little bit too simplistic, right? And sometimes simple is better, but sometimes not. Because if I'm missing the metaphors, if I'm missing the nuances of it all, right? If I'm missing it because I don't have that, I'm just not aware in those type of ways. Like I'll catch it. I'm not slow, right? So I have a natural ear for stuff, right? But I think in this type of arena, you want to have some ears you want to have judges that's actually able to listen for that, but then also be able to appreciate simplicity, right? Not be like a literature snob, right? But at the same time, do have that culture, do have that thank you culture. You want to be culture, you want to have that. So therefore, when people delivering that type of stuff, it can be recognized, you know? So I was surprised on the score on originality. Yeah, it's just, at this point, and then quite honestly, I cannot say that, because as the show go on, it's getting kind of long and you're getting kind of tired. I don't think so, because the show has such a wonderful flow and it has such a great originality to it that I don't think this is something whereas you like, oh my God, let's just get me out of here. I just can't see that being a thing.
Thank you all, judges.
For anybody.
You're welcome. You want me to let you down or you got it?
I got it, Jill. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
She say she gonna stick to the judges she known for years, and hopefully who do not know the contest like I did the other two competitions.
All right, we bringing up to the stage.
Yeah.
There you go. Am I missing somebody?
Corey say,
somebody missing.
Vaughn, that's when I felt just reading my book.
All right, I'm going to bring
got progressively worse.
Lotus
Hey, Captain
Flower to the stage. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And the
Purple Peach came on looking so pretty.
Hey, bro.
Now Purple Peach came up there looking like Billie Holiday.
I am Lotus Flower, better known as Purple Peach. And I am not a content creator. I am just a dedicated subscriber. And I love all of my beautiful Black people who provide us a variety of content. And Jill, this particular event.
Oh, there go my island thing, mute island. I gave it to her by herself.
I call myself, well, I'm not calling myself, but I have gone through what you call a fourth quarter recess. And the fourth quarter reset was some things that happened personally in my life in 2023. And everything has flourished. There has been a complete shift. And It's a Love thing really hits home because it's a love thing. You guys, I am in love, and I wrote this poem for my love. And yes, he is watching. And I can't wait to perform this for you all. Also, Lotus Flower represents purity, enlightenment, rebirth, and spiritual growth.
By this point in the show, it was getting on my nerves that everybody else seemed to have understood the assignment. Okay, I was like, dang, why everybody else got the memo and remember to know they part that Jill sent them about what they symbol meant. Okay, their name meant. I was like, why I gotta be the only person every time? Don't never get that right. Okay, that's how I was feeling by this point in time. I wanted somebody else to come up there and not have understood the assignment and not just be picture perfect with telling why their name was their name. But I digress. Let's carry on.
Thank you. You ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's go.
All right. Listen. What if I told you you're the rhythm in my soul's soft hum? Where all my dreams come from the first spark, just a glance. No big scene. It's a love thing, quiet yet deep, like a dream unseen. You, babe, the beat of my heart's steady tune, a calm, powerful vibe beneath every full moon. Each morning sun rises warm on your face. You're my strength, my peace, my softest place. In your arms, time slows, the world fades away. It's just you, it's just us in the light of each day. Your laughter's a melody, low and profound, a song only we know, sacred, a safe sound. We dance through this life, our steps never stray. Even in shadows, your love lights all the way. Through the calm and the storm, through every refrain, you're my shelter, my warmth, and sunshine and rain. No need for grand gestures or dramatic displays. It's just you beside me, steady in countless ways. It's a trusting, a let's rebuild kind of vow. A love that says, I got you, then you show me how. When life feels heavy and troubles unfold, you're my constant, my fire, my courage, so bold. We've got this rhythm,
Hey, girl.
our unspoken flow. With you, baby, my soul has found a place to grow. So here's to you, our song that we sing. This is more than just love. It's a forever thing.
I'm dying. Hold on.
We need a small
Ooh-wee. Y'all are killing it tonight.
Okay. At this moment in time, behind the scene in the crowd, I'm like, damn. Why I didn't get the memo that I'm supposed to sing a damn I'm supposed to sing a song and make it kind of musical. Okay. Now I'm just telling y'all. This is what I'm thinking. Cause I heard a couple of people do like a sing song, and I was like, dang, Purple Peach giving Billie Holiday. And I like the little part when she do her little dance. Okay. Boom. And bam. Hey, and she already let us know that this goes out to her favorite guy and that he is watching it. Ooh. And so it actually really, really touched me, and I felt it. Like she already said what it was about and what it was and about her love. Hey, Mary Carey. And I'm in love. I love my honey. So I was all for Black love. I was all for this moment. I was all for her looking in that camera and delivering this poem to her honey. Okay. And I felt the love. I see the love. I feel like I'm caught up in the love. Like I literally wanted to call my honey and tell him, oh, baby, I love you so much. I'm watching this poem, but I just couldn't do that at the moment. Right? But this will make you want to call your man and say, baby, I love you. Right? I love you. You love me. I know you love me. I love you too. So let's go see what the judges say.
Okay. Y'all are killing it, killing it, killing it. And thank you for the cash apps. I see them. And don't forget, please tell me what you want to do with the cash app. Add it to the pot, whatever. When you do send them, thank y'all. And I appreciate it so much. Just let me know. I'm not ignoring y'all. I will heart it. I just don't want to interrupt the show with saying that throughout. Well, let's see what the judges think.
At this time, I'm like, God damn, competition is so still.
Simply K. Simone, what you got for me?
Oh my God, but it's so wonderful, right?
to unmute myself.
The show is going
For
marvelous.
Miss Lotus Flower,
It's just now the critiques is starting to be a whole thing.
Story, so how will we not give her?
Oh, that's the first time I see you just read my book drinking
some
wine.
Somebody's love story. It's definitely a love story. I did give her a 9. Creativity, I gave her 9. Delivery, I gave her an 8. And form and flow, I also gave her 8.
Pause. Okay, so at this moment, I think the judges start being aware, because you got to remember they didn't took their intermission, right? They didn't already calculated the scores from the first performers. So I can only imagine, having been a judge, and you got 5 people, and you looking at scores. I'm just saying this off the top of my head. Let's say you got scores for the first 5 people. You got 46, 48, 49, 49, 48. And you see that at the halfway mark, right? And so you coming into the second half, and now you realize, oh my God, it's going to be all these, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what I'm thinking. Because even now, you know, her scores are being a little bit harder, right? She was an all 10 judge. And now she giving 8s and all that type of stuff. You know, I think after that break, they realized that scoring had to be a little different, but it's unfortunate. And it's, you know, I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry, I was all in the daze. My bad.
What you was thinking about, Gia, girl?
All right, Mama Global, what you got? Thank you so much.
We're going to need you to get out that daze, all right? Lotus Flower. I love me some Lotus
Mama Global looks so pretty.
Originality, a 10. Creativity, I gave you a 9. Delivery, I gave you an 8. And form and flow, I gave you a 9. It was a beautiful love story, and your beloved should be very, very proud and honored to be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama Global.
Oh, that's what you think about the scoring?
Just read my book.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I gave a 9 on originality, and form and flow 7, creativity 7. Now on delivery, I gave it a 5. I mean, it was coming across, but your facial expression didn't match your words. I didn't feel it.
Now, I did not understand that. A 5, I didn't feel it. I felt the love. I saw the love on the face. It's like at certain points, you know, it's like Purple Peach almost had to remember that, hey, you know, it's like, to me, I just didn't agree with this, right? I didn't agree with this. And at this moment in time, I was like, what the hell going on around here? Right? We had the Lady T debacle, right? Okay, that wasn't a debacle. That was a debacle. That was the first sign for me of trouble. Besides the fact that, like, some parts where I was hearing these higher scores for that was unnecessary, wasn't appropriate, right? And so at this point, I'm like, wait a minute. How can you not say you feel the love when I literally was seeing the love, feeling the love, thinking I had my honey on my brain because she was oozing so much love? Okay. So I didn't get it. And then she was looking like love. It's like that flower behind her ear with that black, with that Billie Holiday thing, that whole little deal. Even that little shimmy thing. My dance. I wish I could see me, right? That was all like love. And I just didn't get it. And I was like, 5? You cannot possibly give the 5. Like, 5s were unnecessary on this performance and everything, and I just undo and you know, so now that I'm really looking and everything, I'm like, damn, you know, I love the fact that I won, right? And I'm not going to take away from my win at all, but damn, I wish it wouldn't even be a matter of make it questionable, right? And unfortunately, I do see now, you know, as I'm sitting here giving my review and really looking into it and thinking and disconnect myself from it. Damn, I hate that it went this way. Right? I really, really, really do. I really, truly do.
I didn't feel it as
But
far
it was a
as
wonderful
how
show.
in the delivery. But again,
But this took
you
away
got
from it.
9 for
I ain't gonna lie.
originality, 7 for creativity, and 7 for form and flow.
Well, I feel like she got off beat for a second there, and she kind of. But I think that's because she got the swearing in the love thing.
I was in the days, y'all. I'm sorry. Here go with this darn mute button. All right, Purple.
Jill started to give presents.
Flower. Thank you so much. Stay close.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to bring up our next contestant, which is Ring. All right, Ring. Welcome to the panel.
Another lady we don't know. So
Hi.
Jill had
Introduce
a lot
yourself.
of new talent.
Tell us a little bit about you and what is your poet name and meaning.
Yes. So my name is Alpha Betty. Boop, boop, boop.
I was like, damn, it must be snowing where she at. Child.
And I am present on Instagram under
Mind
y'all
in Houston. It's
I also
80,
have a channel
still
on
80-something degrees.
YouTube,
So I was
Alpha Betty Boop as well. Recently put out a poetic album a poetic visual album by way of a documentary, which the trailer is present on my YouTube page. So, and it was called Welcome to the Alphaverse, all about me and my life and my journey and my poetry. So it's a compilation of my pieces. And my poetry name tonight, or my name tonight that I was given, is The Ring, and it means the symbol of eternity and commitment. And since this is a love thing, the name of my piece tonight is entitled Private Island. And I'll get into it.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Okay. It was cuffing season. And he was 25th of December, 5th of Jack, her Crown Royal pint of Grand Marnier. He was the color of midnight. His chest was her shelter. She was orphaned, searching for daddy in his eyes. Their love was juvenile and adolescent. His lips like marshmallows. His heart caged between 2 pieces of deep, dark chocolate. He had this unforgettable scent that lingered in your nose like a decadent s'more. Homie was of a distinct creed, body, picture-perfect outline of a god, a poor girl's version of Adonis. He, Tarzan, she, Jane, she hung from every syllable that fell from his lisp, full and equipped for frontal lobe kisses, drenched in French. He was foreign language. Te amo mujer, je t'aime mec. Their love fluent like Rosetta Stone, programmed to break barriers and cross borders. They passed through ports of...
Wait. Why is Just Read My Book up there mean mugging this lady?
Unexplored territory
yet to be developed.
Enveloping fresh narratives. She abandoned fiction. No more funny money spending at the bodegas. He was fine dining at Patty's finest cafes. This was love gentrified. They became blueprint for their sons and daughters, bulldozing through past pain, bodies swaddled like bandage on open wounds. He was her Aleve, designed to demolish decades of damage. He was the hope that planted the seed, because in love, there aren't any guarantees. However, their love was risky, loaded with cravings and daydreams. Their love was ambitious, filled with lots of possibly maybes. Their love stealth, bonded with lots of possibly maybes, and creating new levels of generational wealth. Their love was blessed, as there is something to be said about a head that humbly submits to the giver of gifts. Their love was pure and organic, like unbothered crops from the earth. Their love was sincere and authentic, like genuine leather, leaving no trace of counterfeit. Their love was excited, like new money, paying this world no mind. I mean, honeymooning forever. Their love was private, like mile-high flights to exotic islands and landing in each other. Their love Caribbean, clinging to one another like palm trees on black sandy beaches, sunbathing in each other's breath, just humans being in love. Their love whimsical, like kaleidoscopic auroras creating backdrop that canvases their silent vibrations, their love custom, escaping this world's customs with paradise as their final destination, their love medieval, like a princess trapped, awaiting the darkest of nights.
Where's that truth at? All right, so to me, I'm gonna just tell y'all, I get it, but this is a perfect example of a whole lot at one time, and then it's kind of like overwhelming, right? To me. So I know it's a wonderful poem. I know it's full of metaphors. I see that. I hear that. I get it. I love, my favorite part was, this is my love gentrified. She had a couple of quite a few fumbles, right? And she went through it and pushed through it, but she had a couple of fumbles. But sometimes this is, to me, this is a good time where you say, okay, sometimes less is more. Sometimes more, a little bit more. Not that you have to dumb yourself down at all. You don't have to dumb yourself down at all. But it's just like, yeah.
Did you just drop the mic? Okay. All right, now she said poems. Okay, drop that mic, honey. Oh, all right, now let's see what the judges think, honey. Simply K Simone.
You expect me to speak after?
Right, and I can totally understand why you gave her 10s all the way across the board, because you're looking at it from a totally different perspective and listening from a totally different ear than mine, right? So, and I mean, period. You know, like I get it. I got it. You know, and I knew, like, it sounded like something I would hear like on HBO. Was it HBO used to have the slam night or the poetry, the black poetry thing? Some channel used to have that, right? And that's how me being in Texas and me just being, you know, whatever, exposed to what I've been exposed to. That's when I first would see and had an opportunity to see black poetry done like that, right? Deaf Poetry Jam, right? And so that's what it would give me, and that's like my exposure. So I understood that was like, I can get, okay, there's some Deaf Poetry Jam shit. T-Long, there's some Deaf Poetry Jam shit. You know, that other girl, Deaf Poetry Jam shit, right? Oh, what's up? I'm in Houston. But is Demetra, would I ever think that, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to get to a level where I can be like, oh, that Demetra on that Deaf Poetry level type shit. You know, and this year, my poem, I ain't gonna lie, I felt like it was getting more. My poem this year had more of a feel for that that I was going for than ever. Period. You know?
Ring, right? Okay.
Welcome to the Lane Painters,
the
guys.
one thing
Glad
I love
to see
about poetry and the art of writing is the art of taking someone with you when you're speaking, or you're taking them along on that journey with you, and you get lost in the words that they say. And you took me with you, girl. You took me with you. And at the theme of it's a love thing, it's like watching or observing somebody's love story from the words that you're saying. So I gave you a 10 across the board. Originality, of course. Creativity, yeah. Delivery, I could give you a 30, but I can't. Form and flow was there. I just want to say thank you for taking us along with on that journey of what you wrote, because that to me is what makes a poet a poet. It's like you can feel it, you're experiencing it. It's almost like you can smell it, you're there. So yeah, I give you 10s across the board, mama.
Thank you.
For global, thank you.
Very descriptive. Oh my gracious. I felt like I was in the bodega. I felt like, you know, at the Botanica. I felt like I was here.
New York just hit different.
I was on a train ride, and it stopped too quick. I wanted to keep going with that train ride. Okay, so we're gonna be tuned in to you because we can only imagine. I gave you 10 across the board. Yes, I'm giving out 10s today. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mama Global. Just read my book.
I don't think she should have got it. Let me
Lord
say
help us. Don't
as far as when you're giving the 10s across the board again, here we go. Whereas some people, T Lounge executed better, you know, and she didn't get all 10s as far as the flow and stuff like that. It's just those small discrepancies that means a lot individually. You know, when you talk about flow and form, I would think is like, how many, you know, are you having hiccups and stuff like that? You know, T Lounge had points taken off because of it. What you? No, I didn't. What? No, you didn't. What? Okay, I don't know. Huh.
Crucifies, girl. She looking good. Oh my Lord!
At this moment, Jill was like,
look.
I think Jill should have maybe.
What you got?
I'm gonna say this. I think at this moment, Jill is starting to feel very antsy. Oh yeah, she stumbled a lot of times. You know, and quite a few times. You know, I think what happened was she played it off by repeating it that third time to catch her step back up. You know, but yeah, at this moment, Jill is over it, and I think Jill should have shot in the private chat in the back. Hey, I'm gonna need you to chill out. I think had she just said that, you know, it might have maybe, I don't know. But sometimes you got to be direct.
Right.
For real.
Okay, so as far like, well, now your delivery was very passionate. You believed all of what you were saying. You felt what you were saying, and your delivery was very passionate. So I gave you a 7 for delivery. Originality. Okay, so I gave you 5 for originality, 5 for creativity, 7 for delivery, and 6 for form and flow. And sing.
Baby, that was some harsh critique. You know, them 6s and 5s on a poem.
All right, thank you so much, hon. Thank you so much for that awesome poem, Cupid. I'm going to bring up the next contestant and stick around. Okay.
The painters guys say there needs to be constructive criticism. True. But again, it's all about the person and the delivery. Exactly. Maybe even try having someone else read your poem, like an actor. That's what I'm considering. Well, I don't know what you mean by that part. To see how your poem come across. Oh, okay. Maybe have somebody else read your poem to see how it come across. Maybe that's what you mean. Something we should all consider. Yeah. Jill was concerned that somebody's scared. Well, yeah, you got all these great people signing up and stuff, and then boom. You know, had I gotten 5s, we haven't even got to 0 yet, right? Had I gotten 5s and 6s, and I, you know what I'm saying? I would have been like, on my first time up or something like that, or even my second time. Am I gonna come back the next time, especially if I don't think I deserve it? Probably not. I ain't gonna lie. Probably not. Who want to be somewhere and be humiliated? You know, I'm not gonna come nowhere and get humiliated. I'm not gonna come nowhere and get. That was a shot. The end scene was like you. What I think she was saying, all the theatrics, right? And at that point in time, you could tell how she holding that phone up there in that corner. The contestant, she's like, "Girl, boo."
Cupid.
And it started getting very uncomfortable. Like at this moment, I was uncomfortable, right?
Oh, she ain't answering me because she said, my name ain't Cupid. My name is Ring. Okay, Ring, please stick around. Cupid, tell us a little bit about yourself and...
Call myself Sassy or Sassy Sonia.
Okay, so here goes Sassy.
Okay. Good job, Sassy. Let's see what the judges got for us.
I'm sorry, just read my book. I hate to
Simply
be so
K
harsh,
Simone.
but hey,
what you got, girl?
You can take it.
Okay, Miss Cupid,
Hey,
for
Angela.
form and
Thank
flow,
you.
I did give you a 7.
All
Delivery,
is
I
well.
did give you
Thank
a
you. Hope the
7.
same for you.
Creativity, because it is your story, and originality, it is your story. I also gave you a 7 and a 7.
See, she got some really harsh scores. Like when I say harsh, okay. When I say harsh scores, the
All
7,
right, that was
where you can tell
Cupid.
this is her craft.
And for originality, I
That's
gave
kind of
you a
harsh.
7. For creativity, I gave you a 6. For delivery, I gave you a 6.
Wow.
And for form and flow, I gave you a 7. I just wanted a little bit more, It's kind of cute, but I just wanted a little bit more to it. But great job.
And see,
thank
you
you.
can't make me believe.
Thank you, Mama.
I'm gonna stand on what I'm saying right here. Not just read my book. Everybody, the other 2 judges are being even more critical now, right? And I'm not saying that in a negative way, but I'm going to stand on the fact that after they totaled up them scores for the first round of contestants, that they saw that they had been given way too easy. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Damn, did I go past Sassy Poem? Did I play? I think they saw that they had been too easy on the scores the first half, and they overcompensated on the second half on the contestants. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I'm standing by it. I really believe that played a big part with the scores on the second round.
Channel. I introduced myself as Sassy with the Y. Weeks later, I changed.
Yeah, I gotta
Sassy.
breathe, y'all.
People ask me, why Sassy? Also, people call me Sassy Sonia, not because I'm bold, saucy, mouthy, rude, or fresh. Here's a rundown on why it's a love thing. My love for Sassy stands for so much more: strength, achieving, still standing, strong, young at heart. Those 5 words, SASSY, bond into words, is why it's a love thing. I call myself Sassy, or Sassy Sonia.
Shout out to Sassy.
Good job, Sassy. Let's see what the judges got for us.
Now, this is Sassy's first time getting into
Simply
a contest, and she don't even
Simone.
hit the link
What
a
you
lot.
got, girl?
It was sometimes.
Okay.
Let me say this. You got to also understand that people join these competitions in an effort to support and show their support, right? And participate. Everybody not coming out to be the best poet in the whole entire world and coming out to just leave it all on the stage. Some people coming out to do their contribution, you know what I'm saying? And so, hey, I get it. Here go my contribution. Here go what I have to add. And here go my little Sassy. Let me make a poem and let me support my girl Jill. No problem.
Miss Cupid, for form and flow, I did give you a 7. Delivery, I did give you a 7. Creativity, because it is your story, and originality, it is your story. I also gave you a 7 and a 7.
Now, how her score is gonna be the same? No offense, Sassy, as that woman before her. You know what I'm saying? The scores start getting
That was
crazy.
Cupid.
I'm glad I went
And
early.
for originality, I gave you a 7. For creativity, I gave you a 6. For delivery, I gave you a 6. And for form and flow, I gave you a 7. I just wanted a little bit more, It's kind of cute, but I just wanted a little bit more to it. But great job.
For her to be getting the same scores as that lady before.
Thank you, Mama
It's
Global,
just
and Simply
it's just not
Simone.
matching. It's
Just
not
read
doing.
my
It's not
book,
playing out right.
darling. Here we go.
No offense,
Hi,
Sassy
Cupid.
Poo.
Okay. It gave me Spike Lee's Sassy Susie. I gave you a 5 for originality, 5 for creativity, 5 for delivery, 5 for form and flow.
Ciao.
You're on mute, love. You're on mute, honey.
Oh Lord, I need some of what you drink.
I'm about to say you some child.
This water ain't working. Okay.
You'll say, look here,
Sassy, I could bring you down if you don't know. Well, I don't want you clicking your buttons and turn you back on. Want me to take you down, Sassy? Don't go far.
Yeah, okay, you can take me down. Y'all have a good day, okay?
Okay, you too. Great job. Great job on it.
All right, thank you guys.
You're welcome. And lastly,
Jill ready for it to be over.
My darling. Because I'm about to say her thing, but her name is.
Thank y'all for riding with me. It's been a long live, y'all.
Infinity. Okay. Would you stop? Infinity. Welcome to the stage, Infinity.
I had plans of greatness for you, but I gave you a choice to listen to the wrong voice. My husband.
And
so here go Indigo. I'm glad Indigo made it. She was having a lot of technical difficulties. I love Indigo's avatar. This is my first time seeing Indigo face. She's so cute. And Indigo always delivers, right?
I'm very nervous. So, and I'm more nervous because how I wrote this is more from it's very personal place, and the reason why I chose, because I've been married for 21 long years, but I love my husband, but he's not my first love. So I'm taking the risk, but I'm believing that this is what I really wanted to write about. So,
well, you know, you in a safe place, so you know how we do.
And let me say this: can you imagine going? I cannot imagine going up and how I would be feeling. Like, say for me, I had the luxury of going up before everybody started coming through, and so much different talent and so much creativity and so many different styles, right? And I went like in the middle, like right before the middle part. And then I also had the luxury of going up before all these hard critiques, right? I can imagine going in the position that Indigo went in, and they start handing out 5s and stuff, and 6s and stuff, and 7s and stuff, and talking about having her. I couldn't even freaking imagine. You know, I don't even know if I could have done it. So I know I exude confidence, but y'all.
Okay. You got
all right, let's go.
This girl, let's go.
That's because my mama taught me to say stuff with my chest.
My first love. I knew since the beginning of time, I create you in the image of mine. My love exceeds no time, no space. That's why I began to create the human race. I had plans of greatness for you, but I gave you a choice to listen to the wrong voice. Instead of me starting over then, I had to give you tougher love for listening to Satan. It broke my heart that you tried to cheat when I literally gave you the world because the serpent seduced your girl. Eyes wide open, wrong choices chosen, seed from an omen, words misspoken, ice frozen. The flood killed the corroded. You still kept making bad choices, so I sent my son, who is the chosen. I came in love, had a mission because your sins became your prison. I saw the innocent pleading guilty when their rags wasn't filthy. Even though I begged my father in the Garden of Gethsemane, please have pity. But I'm second in the Trinity. I must fulfill my destiny. I carry my coffin made from a tree, so you could be with me in infinity. And still, some don't believe in me because they can't see me. Even though the air you can't see, you put more trust in that than the one who created you to breathe. You are my first love. Some say I'm a character from the past. I am the first and the last, the living everlast. I took a beating while still believing. My people are conceiving. The truth I'm leading while I'm in agony and bleeding, dying on the cross so you could be exceeding. Raised from the dead, still achieving. The promise of my Father is relieving. While the world denies me, I'll be grieving. But the ones who chose me, you will be with me for eternity. I gave you everything that you need. Because who could love you more than me? Love God. Thank you.
Love it. A totally different delivery, totally different style, totally different
This is
perspective,
hard,
right?
y'all. I'm sorry.
Totally different
This
perspective,
is
very
gonna be
original
hard.
and unique in
Judges, I feel for you.
I don't think anyone else tapped in on this particular
All
type
right.
of love.
Let's see
right?
what the judges have to say. Simply K Simone, what you got?
Miss Infinity, I applaud you for number one speaking on, I would say in my opinion, because I would never put my beliefs on anybody, but the greatest love of all. Thank you for that. But for form and flow, I feel like there was a constant flow in your delivery, as well as on what you were speaking on. You spoke on it passionately. So I did give you a 9 and a 9. Originality and creativity, I also gave you a 9 and a 9.
Thank you.
Good scores.
Thank you, Simone. Mama Global.
I thought it was about a man until you said Yosemite, and I said, she's going biblical with this. Very, very creative. I love that. You took us where we were
Exactly, Jill.
expecting
This
to
was
go.
definitely different and
So for
awesome. Very awesome.
originality, I gave you a 10. For creativity, I gave you a 9. Delivery, I gave you a 9. And form and flow, it was very beautiful because
Yeah,
I
I done
believe
got
that
so
you
tired.
believe in your faith. I gave you a 9.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama Global. And just read my book. Give us a smile. Lord have mercy. You look so mean.
I look mean.
Yes.
Yeah, you like.
But she's not aware of her face.
All right, so here it is.
Okay. Sorry.
I've seen a couple of parts of that on a poster in an inspirational store. I've seen a couple of parts of that before. Now, it was mixed in with some other things put together really nice. So I'm giving for delivery a 5, kind of made a delivery, you put it out there, and form and flow, it kind of went. But as far as for originality and creativity, I'm not giving anything. I have heard and read some of these parts of that on different things. Inspirational posters and little plaques that they used to hang in our break room and things like that.
Now, my opinion. My mouth hit the goddamn floor right here, right? My mouth hit the floor because I don't think Indigo deserves a 5 for delivery, form, and fashion. Not at all, right? Not at all. If anything, I would think that the lowest that Indigo would have got for delivery, form, and fashion would have been a 7. Compared to with the scores and compared to the scores that they've been giving out this whole entire show with delivery, form, and fashion. Okay, so that wasn't. I don't agree with that. And then my mouth hit the freaking floor. How can you give somebody a 0? You know what I'm saying? It's like that is so harsh. Just read my book, right? And that's such a resounding slap in the face. It's like saying it's literally not like saying it's saying I don't even deem it worthy to give you get a 0. How can you get a 0 when you can't get a 0 because you showed up and performed? Excuse me. And yeah, that just at that moment it was like, oh my God. I was like, wow. Hey, buddy Lee. I was like, wow, this thing took a turn, right? And then at that moment, I was really considerate and concerned about how the fuck is Indigo feeling right now, right? I would have been so hurt, and I would have been so upset to be treated that way. Nobody deserves to be treated this way. And at this point in time, this is where I say, okay, just read my book. I'm all for I understand. I think I have an understanding of your personality. I say I do have an understanding and appreciation for your personality, right? But I also would have thought, mind you, this is with me not knowing any type of relationship deal, right? I don't know of them to have no conflict or anything. But even with your personality and appreciating it and understanding it, I would think that you would definitely be professional in your stance as a judge, and then and be fair. It's nothing fair about giving somebody a 0, especially when you can't even at this point in time, you gotta start, if you're gonna say plagiarism and point like little, you need to be able to pull up and say, here, this is an example of what I'm talking about. You should have did a screen share and say, I saw 3 of her sentences, her lines in this poem is posters, and be able to show them, right? Because it's a lot. Like right now, it just make my skin crawl. Like, oh my God, to do somebody like this. And I personally, Jill and me wouldn't even be associated no more right now, because she would understand where I'm coming from, but then she wouldn't appreciate me, because you got to remember, Indigo right up there at the top left corner. Okay. Had that been demetralitALLday in that top corner right there, and she told me she wasn't giving me 0s, I would have started cussing. I would have said, what? Excuse me? Hold up. I'm sorry, Jill, but bump all that. I would have got so ghetto. Remind you, I thought she would have been fair and professional in my competition. I really did. Of course. I would have got so, what's up, Dobie? I would have got so Texas Trill. I would have got so grill. I might have would have cut on my camera at that moment. Okay? I might have would have had to cut on the camera and say, bitch, what? Okay. Yeah, it's okay to get ghetto, but baby, you gotta understand, Jill's comfort zone is over there. It's all cute and the comforters and peaceful. And then this is her classy type function. I wear my heels and everything. You know what I'm saying, baby? At this moment in time, it was totally out of there, and so uncomfortable. Let's continue. And so unfair and undeserved.
So you've got 5 for delivery and 5 for form and flow.
So you got all these scores of damn near 1,000.
Well,
she
get
a 10
for your critique, but I did do that all by myself.
Baby, and I didn't talk about right there with Indigo. Anything. With Indigo responding like that, that's when you talking about classy, right? They got a lot of people running around this sector talking about they classy this and classy that, but then their actions don't show no goddamn class. Right? Classy ain't just saying it. It's about standing in it. What you do when it's a situation you don't like? Do you still exhibit, you know what I'm saying, and demonstrate that class you talk about you got? A lot of these women and shit don't have that. But right now, standing in the face of this type of shit, how Indigo just responded, that is true class demonstrated. This is a real nature of class being personified, because right here in this moment, in this time, for her to respond this way, that's class. Okay? And it's not about, oh, well, you made me come on my character. No, if it's you stay in it. So I applaud Indigo for that, because I couldn't have done it, but I never claimed to be classy. Listen to Indigo.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Listen to Indigo.
Ever strip someone of their own.
I've, kind of made a delivery. You put it out there, and form and flow, it kind of went. But as far as for originality and creativity, I'm not giving anything. I have heard and read some of these parts of that on different things. Inspirational posters and little plaques that they used to hang in our break room and things like that.
So I'm gonna
not in the break room.
Right, and if I
they don't want to hear Indigo response again.
Delivery in five performing flow.
Look at that woman. Look at K. Simone.
Well, thank
in the
you
middle.
for your critique, but I did do that all by myself. I don't take anything or whatever strip someone of their own work. So thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank
and
you.
Stay close. All right, and if I can have my T, if you in the building,
wow,
come up and the judge.
So that's all of the contestants. Let me drop my link here. That's all the performances. And of course, you know, the end result was, you know, hey, I won. You know, I hate to just put it that way, but that's what happened, and I'm happy for it, and I stand in it. And I just, oh my God, I would have preferred to have placed in this competition or not have placed without the drama. Okay. I swear to God, I wish I would have. Oh my God. You know, looking back at everything and looking at it now and really listening and really focusing, you know, on the and listening and paying attention to the scores and how it was done. Oh, you know, Jill, I do want to hear from you. Lady T, I dropped the link, you guys. Thank everybody for joining me. Lady T.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
I can. You sick too?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, you can't be sorry about being sick, girl. I feel fatigued. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hold on 1 second, okay?
What is the StreamYard? That's the link to come up here to talk. I think that's what you're asking. Painter's God, how you found my channel? You knew he over here? I never seen him before. So Jill coming. So what you thinking, T? Did you say hold on?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was first wanting to say, right? When I said that I couldn't even like reply to things, even when I was hold on, I know how you feel because now that I'm talking,
okay, Dobie.
I feel like my brain is all over the place. Hold on, let me get my thoughts together. I wish I could comment on this competition in a way to where I don't sound like a fucking hater. You understand what I'm saying? Because of what happened with me or what happened with Indigo and even that young lady that came up with the plaid, right?
Jill.
It's me.
So when I said what I was saying, considering what's her name, what Just Read My Book was saying, it might have came off a certain way, but that's not what the fuck I meant. Had it been like a reference, put it like this.
Right now you're saying you responded to when I expressed my feelings, right? When
right. I wish that the whole thing with Just Read My Book didn't happen because I would have been able to give you the compliment without it being like I was trying to say something. You understand what I'm saying? Or take a jab. What I was talking about was there was a part in your poem when you talked about you and the lines came back to back. So you said at the bottom of a bottle, and then right after that you said something about Mary Jane, right? So I thought you was referencing those two songs. And when I say reference, I mean literally reference, not taking lyrics from or anything like that. I thought you was shout out to Living in the Bottle and Mary Jane, Rick James, Mary Jane. And
yeah, I know that song. Right.
Yeah,
but I don't know the other
song. There's another song where it talks about living in the bottle. Gil Scott Heron, which I likened you to Gil Scott Heron last poetry contest. I always get that from you. You understand what I'm saying? So
right.
You know, so when you writing it, you was just writing it. You didn't have nothing. You didn't reference nothing. You know what I'm saying? And when I say reference, I'm not talking about you took anything from anybody. I'm just saying I thought you was trying to get us to recognize or
no. Right. I get what you're saying, but no, not at all.
Right. So that was that. As far as I'm concerned, right? I don't know where her head was at. I know, like in my mind, I'm like, I know she's not taking the fact that I sang a song before I started my poem as scoring my fucking poem because I sang a song at the beginning of my thing. Like, I'm not the only one who sang a song, you know what I'm saying, along with their poem. And I thought everybody was clear that the song is the song and the poem is the poem. And it's just about the overall performance and not, you know, shouldn't be judged like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Can I say something real quick though? Just
Yes,
right
Jill,
there.
please.
I think that even when you're in competitions, you should be careful still. And I still didn't include that as you're doing that. I knew exactly where you was connecting it, but in a competition, I wouldn't put that in with my poem. Personally, I wouldn't. Because of risk like that. Because it's supposed to be originality. So it is stating keys to your poetry, right? So I wouldn't do it if I was like on a competition where I'm going to something big. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't if I was doing that, like a big speller bee for worldwide something, just to be careful so that you don't assume. Because judges got their own minds, right? And they will quote, because a lot of people don't even know that song. To be
There's
real
no
with
way
you.
I don't.
Listen, but what I'm trying to say is I just wouldn't put that with my original poetry. I'm saying myself personally, you will risk it. You would. And someone will critique you on that, like, okay, we asked for originality. We don't need XYZ original. But I don't look at it like that. But some people score it. So that's why I said I can't judge other people how they would look at it, because you did use a part which was a song and in related to, but I got why you did it. So I would judge differently. But some judges, if you were on that higher tier of really going up for competitors and stuff like that, who's put nothing but 100% of their work up there, some judges would shut you down, is what I'm saying.
The other thing though, Jill, right? In any other place, right, I would have been able to play the song. I could not play the song. I didn't want to play the song. Even when you look at my and I took the video.
See, I told you I got why you did it, because of the copyright. I got that. But I'm saying,
and so never in a million years did I think that that would have been judged as a part of my poetry.
Well, how about this? Okay. Let's go to DC Purple Diva, right? And this is where I can kind of say this part. Okay, when she said it was a few things, even though it was an all original poem, right? It was something very, very poignantly, phenomenally woman about it, right? To me.
Who, DC Purple Peach?
Right.
Yes, I heard the thighs when she started talking about the thighs.
You know, it was, you know, and I was like that. Even though it was, to me, it was a little too similar, right? So even
and truth be told, right, and that was literally a part of her poem. But when she broke out into "It's a Love Thing," I would never take off points for "It's a Love Thing." And truth be told, right, I'm up there with Mama Global. Just read my book. I know there's a bunch of older women in the freaking chat. Ain't no way in the world I'm thinking they don't know freaking Shaka Khan. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, you may not have known the song. Not everybody knows "It's a Love Thing." You know what I'm saying? Like that's wild to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. So "It's a Love Thing" a song too?
Yes.
Yeah, listen, love. You know how "It's a Love Thing." Who sung that?
I knew that the harmony, like how she was doing it. I recognized it from a song, right? But I didn't recognize it was "It's a Love Thing," child.
But I got it, and that's why I told you to look at PCG when you see me hit the piano, because that's basically what I said to her. I said they would not. You can't tie You can't tie in because someone used a title of a song, or long as they not verbatimly, word for word, giving a verse in their thing, but you can refer to a title of a song without saying that was plagiarism.
Now,
you know what I mean?
Right.
You
Absolutely.
can't say that. You can't say because a lot of people do it. I mean, rappers do it. Songs are made, some raps and some songs are made out of using titles from other people's songs, a book, a storyline. I mean, a poem. You know what I'm saying? It's
What
like,
about Tamia's song? Slow jam, play another slow jam. Remember? And then she
yeah,
say, not that I think I'm saying it wrong, but she kept talking about everybody else's songs in the song. Like she would refer to other people's songs,
right.
in the song, but that didn't make it not her original song.
Right, that because she's reminiscent. So I got it. Just real quick. I mean, listen, I would never. I mean, now looking back, I wish I would have stopped the show, said something, but I would never want to check someone who's a part of the show, especially a judge, in this type of atmosphere. So that's the only reason why I did not say anything, because I'm like,
I'll say this, Jill, right? It's one of those things to where, like, we've all been in that situation to where now you're in it and you're in the thick of it, right? And nobody, and you don't know, it's happening so fucking fast, and it's like falling, right? We all fell before. That shit goes by so fucking slow, but it's happening so fucking fast at the same time. Like the whole time you're like, oh my God, I'm falling. I'm really getting ready to hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? But you can't, there's nothing to break yourself on and nothing like that. You just hitting the fucking ground.
You can't stop it. You gotta go with it.
Stop it, right? You gotta go with it. You know, it's like that type of thing. So that's, everybody sees your position, right? And everybody knows that the next time you're gonna have contingencies in regards to the plagiarism, right?
oh yeah. I already had that in place. So that's the one part I wish I would have cut in and said, can you show me where? Because that is extremely, but I think I was just in shock of like, what is going on? Like, what the fuck is going on? And when Demetra said after the first deliberation of the judges, she think they changed. I believe they did change because they saw what was going on a little bit before it started getting really tumblish. And I don't think they were agreeing with the scores. And they saw one, yes, it's going to be too many ties. Now, my reason for the 2 extra judges to come up is because I didn't want to prolong the show. So they was automatically there just in case there was ties along the way. So they were taking their scores as well. So they would be up there to go up, break the tie with their scores. You get what I'm saying? So that's what was going on in the back.
Okay,
so
I think, understand. Okay.
Right. So that's what was going on. And that was the reason for my 2 extra judges, just in case ties was, and so that the show could continue on. And they were doing plagiarism. And I had other people checking as well during the show. So I knew that's not what was going on. So I was kind of confused. And then when it was throwing this, I'm going to just keep it a buck. And I'm going to say, be for real. The feedback that I got, and especially from my family and friends, they was like, Dag, is she trying to jack up your show? Because the stuff was, it didn't connect. I wish Just Free My Book would have. And it was like it wasn't connected. I said, no, I don't think so. They was like, yeah, but I hear other people saying y'all had a meeting and y'all talked about these things and stuff like that. And because those was things, I didn't realize that it was a problem with any other contestants until the night before, actually. And this is why I really felt bad, because Indigo gave me heads up and I reassured her. I said, no, that's not going to happen like that, because I was firm and I told my judges, listen, this is Jill's comfort zone. Leave whatever's on the street. We don't do that over here. Blah, blah, blah. All of that was, listen, I'm telling you, I'm just saying, like, I don't do it. And if you can't do it, just drop, let me know. Like, I have backup judges, I have things like that. And one thing, out of both of my poetry competitions, if everybody's been watching before this one, regardless of how you feel about a person, or even if you felt that their poetry wasn't worth, as much, no one on neither one of my stuff ever got a 0. Ever. And was not harshly criticized like that. Because these are people. So when she told me that, I reassured her. Then the next morning she was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm here to support you. But now that I see blah 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 is there, I know I don't have no chance of winning." And I really thought to myself, like, that's foolishness. Nobody would do that. But when it all played out in my face, like things that was going on, it was like a hurt. I was hurt. That's why, usually I talk through my contest. I'll give my input.
Right, but
I kept myself quiet because
I noticed that.
I wanted to see what was going on. I wanted to take it in, and and it was just a learning. And I like just read my book, but to be honest with you, a lot of things, and after the compassion, and I've gotten a lot of a few new people, and when those new people was hurt like that, and was in and looked at me because they don't know me. They don't know me. So they thought in what they gave into it, that shit hit me cold because I said, I'm not like that. I wish you watch my other poetry competition. I don't give it up like that. And I wish I would. She was like, and I'm glad I was able to savage some and give a possibility they may return. I kind of changed it a little bit. And I'm thankful for that because of who I am. And she was like, if I would have never got your email, because at first I didn't know how to reach out to them, right?
Right.
And I didn't know what to say because I didn't know what they felt, but I know if that was me, I would be hurt. You know what I mean?
I would love for people. Yeah,
I didn't mention that in my email though. When I first reached out, I was like, thank you so much. If you could give me your social media, so I could share it out to my people. That's how I opened it up to all of, the ones who I didn't have. But that was the response. The response I got was like, oh, I was like, oh, like that hurt me because this is my baby. And they listening, I had to reassure like my friends and family, like, nah, I don't think she would do that to me. They was like, it didn't feel like it because that stuff was ridiculous. And then it seemed like the judges had to come step it down a little bit, probably with their judging because they didn't want to feel other people to feel different. You get what I'm saying? Because they didn't like it one bit either. They were shocked. We all were shocked. It was kind of like, what the hell? I even chose not to even look in the back chat at the scoring because it was just, my stomach was already flopping. So I was just like, okay, this is for me, no, I'm going to say congratulations to you, Demetra, and stuff like that. And all of that. But to be honest with you, it seemed like scoring was happening so you would stay up top. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest with that, how especially the feedback I got. And after I keep rewatching it because some of that stuff didn't make sense. It made no sense what you were saying, especially with Purple Peach, her face expression. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Yo, I didn't know how to respond. You know what I'm saying? And you did great. I'm not saying you didn't do great, but this was a tough competition. But the stuff that was being spilled, it didn't make sense. It didn't at all. And then, and I'm so glad I could make people even at least reconsider coming next year. I did that on the work back, and that made me feel I'm humble at some time, but I take high pride in everything that I put together and everything that I do.
As you should.
And I do. And so when my shit that happened to me, I would never do that to nobody. And it was like the more I was trying to say, hey, you know, make joke of it, like fix your face, you know, because it was crazy. And it was like, so I already knew. I said, I'm not doing no show. This ain't no beef sector content. We ain't about to show out. We ain't about to be back and forth on here. So when I was saying that, it's like, what? What you mean? Let me be quiet. I was like, okay, I see where this going. So let me shut up. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt that coming, and I'm not gonna be up here arguing. You know what I mean? So
well, now it's just like
I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But this shit was a punch. Each of that hit me. Every bit of that was hitting me, but I had to sit here with a smile on my face, and I'm on here because this is a production. This is a show.
Right, exactly.
I'm not gonna sit here and make it going crazy about something, but I had to reassure, and all the cleanup I had to do behind the scene. That was a lot of work for me to do that, like to make sure, like, you know, this ain't it. Please watch this. Watch my last one. Like, this has never happened to me. Like, I just really didn't. And I would still say I'm still happy with the judges I choose. You just learn as you go along the way.
Well, let me say this. It's just like it really sucks, and I get it, right? But it kind of sucks because it's unfair, because it's not like I had anything to do with nothing.
You did.
And then I'm not even aware of, like, feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, no kind of thing. And so to even be attached to that type of deal, it sucks, right? Because, you know, it's just like I have to hear that. I got to deal with that. I got to do, you know. So
no, but you know what? Your poem was good, though, Demetra. You still deserve to win. That's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you what it looked like. Because after you reviewing it, I mean, because some of that stuff didn't make sense.
No, a lot of it didn't.
A lot of it was not making sense. And to give somebody, you didn't have the proof. And because the truth be told, in the meeting, every last one of my judges had that app. So while you was picking it up and judging, you should have pulled that act together. And when you said plagiarism came with it, right? Because a poet, any writer, anybody who is artistic, anybody who does anything, especially competitive, they would like to see a proof, not you just telling them that.
Of course, I would.
So you can't spill stuff like that. And I wanted to intervene, but then I'm like, this gonna slow up the show. Then I looked in the chat was going crazy. I was like, okay, I'm not trying to turn this into that type of show.
And you did right. You made
it was going crazy. You started seeing, you know, I knew my judges. I was watching their faces and expression. They was biting their tongue, so it was kind of like I just wanted it to be over with. But just read my book. Like I said, we still cool, but that I asked you to please. I'm glad you did this, and I hope she watched yours and everybody else's. And I was trying to explain to her the difference over there, but she still didn't see it like that.
I want to see.
It's a difference between critiquing and being stern and you know, just a firm judge than just being
cutthroat.
Y'all keep saying that she wasn't mean and nasty. It was mean and nasty. It just wasn't said until like the end. Right. Like even with that girl, it was kind of sarcastically. You just whipped them with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying it loudly. And then when the girl you saying that's a rap or whatever it is, you was mocking that girl. That was crazy. I'm like, these are people I don't know. I don't have no personal relationship. This is a one and done for me. My first impression on these people are the first a one and done. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I'm just
Indigo say that's why I was pissed. To say I plagiarized someone's work made me so mad.
I just didn't know how to handle. Anyway, y'all know this was my.
Well, not so much. You actually handled it in the best way that you could, right? The only other way, maybe, the only other way is to have had. Okay, let me tell you. This is hindsight, right? The only other way to have fixed that is made sure that your backup judges was off screen doing their scoring, right? And then once you saw that it was a problem, happening, just to simply just switch out the judges and dropped her ass off. You know what I'm saying? No offense.
I was going to
and kept
but
going.
I was fair to the people that got judged.
Exactly. So I
no, if they would have been judged, if they would have been you would have threw out her scores, all her scores.
No, but then we would have to start. So yes, they were. But to do that in the mix of the show in a dead miss, trust me, listen, I thought about it.
That's what I'm saying. It was no other way you
but I was just like, next play, my hand will be a little different because I'm going to stick to what I know. Well, I just was trying to get different faces and people who I kind of hang out with on here or whatever, a little bit, switching it up. I know last year I asked her, would she be a backup judge and stuff like that. And so I thought this year, because I was going to choose like I've been doing. But I said, well, since I asked her backup, let me just go ahead and make her a judge this year. And ask her.
Let me read this from Indigo. Indigo say, Demetri is very talented. Well, I'm not trying to read that part. I want to read this part here. I didn't expect to win. I don't know why not. I honestly came to support and share my work. I am honored to be up with Annie B and Demetri. Girl, now this is the part right here. But if I'm going to lose, I'd rather lose fairly, right? And I can say the same on my side, right? If I'm going to win, I'd rather win fairly.
Right.
So that's very important. And let me say this too, Jill. I felt a certain type of way, and I didn't see it till later, right? When I saw your post, and your post saying, you know which one I'm talking about, right? When I saw that post that you made, and you were saying about how, I can't remember exactly the words, but I can remember how it made me feel when I saw it, right? I felt so sad. I was like, God damn, Jill shouldn't have to feel this way.
Yeah, because I was getting hit up. Like, in the responses I see, in my email and especially because these were new people, and, and stuff my family was saying, like, what was that? Like, I don't understand why you didn't do this, why you didn't do that. And then, me trying to, they was like, you would have said, I said, Mom, if I would have, or, trying to explain, then I'm just like, you know what? This is a show. You can't just do that. Like, just come out. Like that, I would never undermine somebody who's on my team. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Or do that, because we came up, listen, my judges, my guests, and you guys, I feel like we all was a team. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to get emotional.
No, it's okay. This is your baby. Go ahead. I feel you. You have every right to cry about it.
Anyway, we were a team, so I ain't gonna pull nobody collar and try to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Disrespect or shame. Because me, I know me, and I know my personality and my, mindset. This is one. That's why I ain't had no drinks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, Diving. Come on, girl. Go about your business.
I didn't even highlight it.
Go about your business. This is yeah. Anyway.
Nah.
So
over the comment.
Anyway. So I'm never gonna do that. And I know me, my attitude, my mouth, you know what I'm saying? I know how I could get, especially I know how I get when I'm sipping and under the influence and stuff. You know what I mean? So I didn't tell you. I'm telling you about me. I ain't telling you to move along from Demetra's channel. I'm talking about me. If you don't understand, that's fine. Why you crying over mod sticks and shit?
Ooh.
I just say that.
Hold on. Let me not choke. You know I'm sick.
You know what I'm saying? So stop. Because I don't say nothing to you. And if you don't understand, that's because this is a show. And when I get angry or emotionally, that's what anyway, why the fuck I'm complaining? I don't know you, girl.
Yeah, and the whole thing about it is,
anyway,
just as sensitive as the poets was about they art,
I'm sensitive about my shit.
About her baby. This is her baby. She has been working on this,
the fuck out of here,
cultivating this. And when I say Jill give it all her all, when I say Jill really
put my all into
it's 100,000%. So she has.
So if you don't do real content, then you will never understand. That's what that means. I work hard. I'm talking about I was working the whole straight October. And before then, promoting my own shit. And I put my money. My $300 was on the line to pay for and to give to a contestant. Don't ask me about why I'm crying and all of that. Some people just don't know when to back the fuck up and be serious about some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't do all of this bullshit and confusement. I work hard. So just all that fuckery, I know I'm in the beef sector, but I'm not a part of it. So don't ask me why the fuck I'm crying. You go cry over sticks and all that bullshit and he say, she say, and gossip and shit. You think that's important to cry over? Anyway,
diving, and
because the one came at me for real. Right. Like, why are you asking stupid questions?
Why she can't just have why not just respect one another's feelings, right? So if she whatever reason somebody have be emotional, I don't think it should be questioned and I would take offense to it. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it is. She have a right to her feelings, and who are any of us to question that? So
anyway,
I know, Davin, you asked a simple question, but it was kind of a very petty question. Why can't she cry if why? I mean, that's her feelings. And she hurt by something. We talk about her whole entire project that she been planning on, banking on, that she worked on and delivered beautifully. And at the end of the day, instead of talking about the wonderful quality of her show, talking about the caliber of her points, the caliber and the way she had a live band and all that type of stuff, instead of talking about that, we have to sit and now it's being marred and it's blemished by the fact of unfair scoring. Right? It's blemished by people with feelings being hurt. It's blemished by the fact that you got all these new people. You can't tell me another challenge where there's been so many people that came in that we didn't know, right, with talent to play a part of it. And instead of talking about that, you know what I'm saying? It's the negative being focused on. And not only it didn't only affect the people who got critique harshly, it even has to put, Jill is not in the beef sector. So therefore she could have done very well and fine without having the bull after the show. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the beef sector. You have a challenge and then you have the fallout. Her challenge, she would have been perfectly okay with it not being no drama.
Yeah, and so just to zip it all up, it was just the new people was hurt, and the old people, you know what I'm saying? So people weird things was so amazing. So it wasn't even just about the new people, the old people who always showed me support,
right?
No matter what, and come through. Every time I come through with another one, here they go. And for that to happen like that, and especially giving me a warning, and I reassured that person, it's kind of like I let them down.
Right.
I was like, nah, it's not going to happen like that. I promise you, because I did this, and I made sure of this, and I'm doing it this way. And then for it to roll out like that, yo, that was like,
yo, that
It's
shit.
almost, it can be look like they're like a setup. Because damn, we
Right.
discussed it and you
But
said it wasn't
knowing
gonna be
she
like
knows me, so thank
Yeah.
God that Indigo knows me.
Right. I
Exactly.
feel you. I feel you on that.
And she even thought Mama Global was going to do her like that because both of these people have her blocked. Mama Global scored her amazingly. You know, it ain't even no thoughts about it. And I'm glad they took that over, but Indigo could have took that different, looked at me different. You feel me? But
That's
thank God
true.
I am who I am.
Exactly.
And she knows who I am because she has been rocking with me.
A lot of things.
She has been rocking with me, so I'm thankful for the character that I play every time I come on these streets.
Right.
And being who I am, because we don't talk behind the scenes and stuff like that. You know, except for stuff like this, you know, or, you know, something about containing to building each other, or if you need advice on something as far as growing your channels and things like that. She knows she can always come to me with that. So I just thankfully that she trusts me enough like that to know I wouldn't do her like that. But that could have broken her. That could have destroyed the YouTube shit.
Yeah.
Because I sat there, reassured her and reassured her again the same morning. Like, I don't know what's going on. Because when she came to me, I was dumbfounded. I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. I was so busy.
I could have said, fuck it. I ain't, but you know, I ain't coming up
See,
here.
like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people could have felt. But I think me and T, but the only reason why they bring T Lounge up is because we done had our thing. And we understand each other, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so she knows damn well I wouldn't do that. But I'm talking about, I didn't mention T Lounge because T Lounge ain't thinking that person got something against them.
Right.
But that Indigo, she already forewarned, like, this is what it is.
But I wonder now, because, like, okay, the whole situation made me go back to, I'm like, do we have a thing? Because I didn't think anything was going on between me and Just Read My Book. But then after this, I went back to, I'm sorry, I gotta take this cold medicine. I went back to
I need a cough drop. I'm glad you said that. And I need to take my cold medicine. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Get a cough drop.
I went back to when I was over on your channel, like maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I feel like I was like, wait a minute, was she trying to play me? Like, do we have a beef? Because she asked me in regards to my podcast. She said, "Oh yeah, well I went over to your podcast and I didn't see you. Like, you know, I don't know if you remember that." And I was like, "Oh, what?" I said, "Oh, let me put it in the back chat." And I put it in the back chat, you know, where she could find my podcast or whatever when it airs or when it streams or whatever, right? And so I didn't know where she was coming from with that. So I was like, wait, maybe we got, you know, like you be having invisible beefs and stuff, and you don't even know it until something happened, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
How could that be possible when she come and support your channel?
Huh?
Yeah, because she comes over to your channel.
You came that same night over there when you were saying giving your when you was venting. She was in there.
Yeah. By that time, I'm already trying to figure out what the hell happened. But then as the night went, and especially because this is the thing, right? After the girl went with the plaid, right? A Paradise Island or whatever, that girl. I didn't see Indigo. So when Indigo came over to my channel after
thank you, Indigo.
When she came over after the contest, I didn't even know Indigo got done like that. You understand? Because I had left, like me and my friend was on the phone, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, about the Betty Boop girl. We was like, what the fuck is going on? So me and my friend was in a whole conversation when Indigo went. Indigo was last, right? So I didn't see Indigo until after I ended my live and I went back over to your channel. I was like, I didn't see Indigo. And I went over to Indigo. When I seen the zeros, I was like, oh shit, because I would have addressed Indigo right then and there in my life.
See, I'm going to use the restroom. I'm listening though.
No problem. Right there in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make heads and tails of it. I have all of these different theories or whatever. I can sit there and blame it on the fact that I sang a song. But you would think that when I start actually reciting the poem, that this is what needs to be judged, not my terrible ass fucking singing. When this ain't no songwriting contest, why the fuck would that be? Of course, that's a fucking song. If I came on there and sang happy birthday, would I have been accused of plagiarism? If I went on there and fucking sang the Star Spangled Banner before I went into that shit and started talking about how much I love America, would I have been fucking judged on the Star Spangled Banner?
Right. Oh, I know T. Lounge was not deeply affected, but yeah, deeply affected because she's an artist. T. Lounge went on her channel, in case you guys didn't know, and she found the plagiarism thing and ran her whole poem through there. And quite honestly, I was sick that night, sick as a dog, I do believe. I don't even think I was there, but I was there. And I was like, damn, I wish I would have been, sent her my thing so she could have ran my poem through there so people could know mine was authentic, original.
You wasn't accused of it though. You wasn't.
I know, but I'm just saying.
And that's the other thing, Demetra. Like, I hate that I can't I don't. And I've said this before. I don't know. We have some of the people tune into us and everything. Or I might have said it over here. Or I might have said it somewhere else. I don't never have a problem losing to you ever. I won't ever fucking have a problem losing to you. Period.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? There's certain people. Oh, if it would have went another fucking way,
it would have been a problem.
The on and crack a fucking lacking. It's a good thing you fucking won. Okay?
Well, I think, and I know Jill is still listening. Just like I had that new person in here today, the good painter, right? The painter speaks or something. Oh, my bad. The painter's guide. They say, I don't know what's female now. They say they found this live because they put in live poetry and this came up.
See how that go? And that might have been how people found Jill's contest. It was like, oh, there's a poetry contest, and did whatever they needed to do to fucking sign up. There's a lot of people.
Oh, he a male. Okay. But that's how he found this. I was curious. I'm like, how you found me? Well, Painter's Guide, baby, this is not this channel. Look, I don't be talking about poetry over here. So, and it get kind of wild over here, Painter's Guide. Just to let you know. But I sure appreciate you coming for this live.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you never know who's gonna be introduced to stuff, So I think it's real good. And I just want to encourage Jill, to do her deals. And really what happens is more people watch it and more people gonna join. Just this hiccup is not gonna stop people from joining, right? Especially when they hear the feedback and things like this and review and see your heart and everything. People want to come. People want to join. People get less shy. What's the word? Mm-hmm. Less, they get more confident as it go on. So just continue doing it.
Yeah, keep doing it. I hope that some of the new people do come back. You know what I mean? I don't see the Apple Betty Boop person. I keep calling her Apple, but I think it's Alpha. I don't see
Alpha Betty. Yeah, it is Apple. It's Alpha Betty.
And and even in her name, it's Alpha Betty. Duh. But I don't know if she would never come back because she knew it. It was so disrespectful.
And she really do portrait. Like
you can tell. You could tell. Like, my thing is, for me, without having heard Alpha Betty, if I'm coming in, my mindset as far as judging goes, I'm looking for Alpha Betty Boop. That's what I'm looking for. 10. It doesn't have to have as much motif and metaphors and all that stuff as hers did, but I'm looking for a certain caliber, right? And then we could go from there. How close to that did you all get?
Thank you, Steph.
Yeah,
and now that you said that, it was a lot of people. It was some people first time ever coming on a platform such as this or anything. This was some people first competition ever.
Exactly.
Even though this is what they do. They just never join competitions and stuff like that, and especially on a platform and having others, critique and judge them that way.
Right.
Excuse me. So that in itself, that's my whole purpose of bringing this to the platform.
Right.
And that's why
Was
you
so
keep
people
on
show
doing it.
their talent and not be judged and can be vulnerable sometime and really trust the process. You trust the process, and although you may not score high, or may not get what you think you deserve, but I think you should give yourself that round of applause to even come forth with it and bring it. And each time it's going to get better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? But, I hope that people who watched it take the good from it and not so much the negativity from it.
I think it was so much good that you can't help but take the good from it.
And it's a testament to who you are, how people, because you know how we give it up. So
Yeah.
the fact that
that's why I love that. Look, when I tell you.
But the good news is that the sector did not pick it up.
Inside.
But the good news is that the sector, people was trying to get the sector to pick up on the controversy and make it a thing, but it didn't happen, right? So that's also a good thing, right? So I
agree, because I know how you guys can turn up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was praying in my inside. I'm like, I got my church folk here. I got my family watching. And, and to get feedback from them was just like, I think, I was just trying to reassure them, because I don't get that from just read my book. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I can't say what the fuck I could get from it, because I don't know. We don't know each other like that.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because let me say this. I keep forgetting to say it. I want to check into but I just want to do a review with PCG. I'm gonna go into her comments. I want to do a review of PCG Live. And
we talked about it over there.
With that part. Because I want to be able to let Just Read My Book have her say over here. And I'm very interested. And because the reason why I would do a review is because I didn't talked about it and talked on it here publicly, right? So at least the people who haven't heard her response like I haven't, they get to hear. So I'm going to do that. Y'all ladies, this has been so good, but I ain't gonna lie, I am so tired, because y'all know I get up early.
It's all good. I got to get my butt back to work anyway.
Yeah, and I have not checked on my son in his schooling. But
well, thank you for reviewing the competition. I knew that you were saying, no, just read my book. No. I knew that you wasn't tuned into everything that was going on. I did know that. I said, well, I'm waiting for Demetria to review it because she was in the moment.
Yeah, so I was in the moment, and I didn't like people just coming after Just Read My Book. Just Read My Book. Been a long time supporter for me, and I just thought I know her personality, right? So I thought it was just her personality being misunderstood, right? And I also didn't know anything about the undercurrents. I didn't know nothing about no drama between her and other people. I didn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, and now, when you step back from something, then I can come in and then it look, hey, we put a little distance between it and then come. And let me tell you, I would be doing Jill a great disservice not to review this show. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to not review the show because of anything. I'm going to review it and talk about, and then also be able to give my insight on it, right? So yeah. I was definitely giving this review. I told you I was, and then I kind of got a little hesitant with, but then I said no.
Did it, because it just bring light to that one, to let Just Read My Book know that it's not nothing negative or nothing like that. It was just that sometimes we have to step back and review things from a different perspective, because when you in the moment, you don't see it. Like I know she got tired of me saying, "Ooh, fix your face. Why are you looking like that?" I was trying to ease, like, "Hey, come on, shake it off," or whatever it was going on up there because it wasn't a good look. And I would feel nervous as hell, if I was coming up
So you
here.
didn't have her phone number?
Well, no, I don't be doing. She gave it to me, but I don't talk. I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't be behind the scenes a whole lot either.
I didn't take it. She gave it to me, but I didn't take it. And because I just don't be.
Okay, no, that was just a
like
question. So, because had that been a possibility, you could have texted and said, but that's not. Y'all don't talk behind.
Yeah,
the
email.
no,
We just was emailing and.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, I didn't have it, and I just was like, ease. But I was trying, as you can see, I was trying to laugh it off, so she wouldn't take it like I was picking at her or something. I was trying to laugh it off, but it didn't work. And I saw, the response, and I'm just like, okay, nope, this ain't it. Keep it moving. All right, let's go. Because I was like, don't do that, because I don't want nobody thinking. I'm doing something, and I never want to do that to anybody. So, yeah. All right, but I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get back in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna take me a nap because
me.
I'll be on here tonight for a couple of hours. So, thank you, ladies, for joining, and thank you, Ms. Lang, and moderators and everybody.
All right, later, Jill. Later, D. I'll talk
Thank
to
you,
y'all
T.
later.
I hope you feel better.
All right, same to you. Get some rest.
Oh, I'm gonna take a nap. Yeah. Okay. So the Painters Guide, thank you for coming through as a new viewer. I appreciate you coming through. For Soldier, everybody, my pit crew members in the green, you know what that means. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I'm gonna drop down off of here and give me some about an hour nap or so. But I'll be back on this evening with the trial watch. Tonight is gonna be real interesting because it's gonna be okay, Painters Guide. It's gonna be the boyfriend's testimony. Okay. So this is going to be good. I promise y'all. Very insightful. Join me back here on Lit Lane tonight. Trial Watch with Demetra. Bye, y'all. Foot Soldiers talk about no ma'am. Great line. We have to catch the beginning. Okay. All right. Bye-bye, y'all. And I'm going to come on earlier too, Lady T. I'm going to come on around 6 my time. I need to come on, 6 my time. All right. Bye, y'all.